binge too at the same time.
Okay.
Wait, today is Sunday or oh no, today is Saturday. Today is Sunday? No, today is Saturday.
Yeah. The game starts. Looking at the comp, who
It's only
is
today and tomorrow, and then I have a 3-month vacation from uni.
who is gonna
Ooh.
win?
No, lay
So,
down
guys,
here.
basic
Okay,
definitions. Terminology. Literal means a variable and or its complement. A product term is literals connected by the dot that symbolizes the AND binary operator.
What are you
The sum
doing?
term is the same thing, but the sum operator. Studying.
Okay.
As you rightly
Do you
said,
have to do it in the
very much should be
VC?
considered heavy favourites based on what we've
No,
seen
but
in the season.
I want you guys to like learn with me.
I don't wanna learn.
You guys don't want to learn about logic gates and dish design
No.
and
That's why-
RAM and
Read my-
VRAM?
Read my status. Click on my name and read my status.
Why did you turn off your camera, people? There's just status.
Oh, what?
Are you
I'll
talking about
put
your
it back.
bio? There's no bio.
What the hell? Anyway, looking at the comps, I really like the Rumble.
There we go. Now look at it.
I'm not techie, but I'm sexy.
Yeah.
That's true. I think
Yikers.
I prefer Fnatic's comp.
So do I.
Yeah.
So,
Just
the
the Rumble
duality.
is so fucking strong. The Azir as well, perfect for team fighting. Vi to catch at least one person.
Caps have really got the upper hand already though.
Yeah, I mean
12 CS over. Normally the Azir bullies that. I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean it's just caps. There's no caps for real, for real.
Yeah, but it's Umajan. You know? Humanoid.
Humanoid, yeah, sure.
Oh.
Oh, upset. Stop. Oh, no. Nice.
Oh, that cleanse.
That was a nice cleanse. I mean, at this point, if you're a pro player, you gotta be able to do the cleanse perfect timing.
Very nice trading from the G2 bottom lane.
Oh, and he stopped the Mickey back.
Upset and Mickey and crucially getting both those summoner spells out from Upset.
Nice. So like, yeah, if we just think about comps, I prefer Fnatic's comp and Fnatic would win, but G2 is being G2, and G2 in the actual playoffs are usually popping off.
In the early game, this matchup is traditionally quite
I
difficult.
mean, they still
for the
have to
Akali play.
prove
You can obviously
themselves
get
again
a few
because
trades
they're
back
still
and
like
forth, but to build
quite.
this kind of a lead,
You see what Yike turned around and said?
No.
He went, after the last finals, I wanted to be the one to end the G2 era and start the KC era.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
I want to be the team that whenever I am in their team, they win.
What's a go?
That's fair. Wow, great damage from Rosgaren, but it's not going to be enough to kill Broken Blade. Hansama's going to take the lane. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and a large part about this is also something you've experienced a lot, Vin, where as the matchup will go on, you can already see Oscar starting to build that lead, but Ornn is more than happy to play in the 2 versus 1. The Rumble, of course, will have the equalizer to just clear out a wave should anything significant happen, but it's not uncommon and something we've been seeing a decent amount from G2.
Hey, Fnatic's getting the first
Drake on these
Drake.
tank matchups because they know that he's very safe on the weak side.
Yeah.
Taking the first Drake. Starting to go towards the Feast of Strength. Okay.
Because they realize that Upset is farming fine against Ornn. We've got to make sure to secure our Rumble so we can farm. Because if his Rumble is left alone, he will actually struggle. And if Rumble doesn't get his items, he becomes very resistant just because how big the scalings are with items.
So both the AD carries having a little bit of alone time here. We'll be getting towards those level 6 quicker than they usually would. Hansama has both his summoners, so not really at too much risk of a dive, especially as you say, because that equalizes down. Upset able to farm out the wave bot pretty effectively. Looks like I'm wondering where Upset goes off this reset. He's currently opening up through mid. Looks like Humanoid's going to be sent bot. Having your bot lane in mid lane when grubs are about to come up is actually a really effective play. It means that you at least have 4 people on that side of the map. And because Humanoid doesn't have TP and Caps does, you have to send someone down to bot lane to answer.
It also makes the matchup even harder for the Akali. And after securing the first Drake, Fnatic have got their priorities clear. So we find ourselves
Kind of
in a bit
funny
of a
how
slower
like they
early game, but
swap
It
who is
G2 with the
where.
small gold
Like,
lead, largely built in the mid lane matchup.
top lane is against the
but
bot
Fnatic with the
lane,
small
and the
objective
bot
lead,
lane you have the
bit of
top
back
that
and
is
forth,
against
what
the
we expect
mid,
for game one
and
of
in
this
the mid you
festival.
have the mid that is against the bot alone because the support is in the jungle. Like, okay.
Will collect the gold as the minions do the rest of the job for him.
This is
but
really
he takes
confusing.
a lot of damage
But
as he
hey,
tries to defend. Upset
I don't know
doesn't
if
have
Caps
the flash
prefer
back
being
up yet. His
against
clan's about to come off cooldown, but
humanoid
there's always the
or
risk
against
of an
upsets.
Akali
I
all
don't
in
think
just
it
killing
should
him
be
off,
that
even
much of a
with just an
difference.
amplifying totem
Both are
and a
mages.
hextech alternator. This
Not
Akali's
mages,
burst
like
damage
ranges.
is pretty substantial.
Ranges.
And I think Caps has played the Akali Corki matchups a lot of time. Actually, we see quite top.
Ooh, engage from Riz, Orc is gonna be enough benefit. So maybe a
I'll
flash
start
in.
with the
The damage is
peel.
insane from Austrian and Razor. Are they gonna get the second kill? Nope. They're gonna stop right there. And that's the first kill of the game at 8 minutes in. A kill that Razor got. And if he gets more kills, he can be a really like huge damage dealer. He's not supposed to be the big damage dealer. He's supposed to just CC someone for like 3 seconds and catch them really easily, and then he can just kill one person specifically. But he could also be a monster by like being really fucking strong and killing people one by one himself, catching people on his own and not needing any other help.
Knows he has a numbers advantage on this top side right now, allowing him to step in and get these last 2 grubs.
Yeah, good awareness from Skumond. Meanwhile, Mickey is hovering on the bot side of the map, looking for an opportunity. But Caps is not going to give him one. He has that control ward in the brush. He's setting up the wave nicely. He should have a bit of a freeze going on here, meaning he can just hold the wave here for as long as he wants. Actually, he's not going to be able to hold it for that much longer. Has the TP available, so he can always return to lane, and Humanoid's going to do just that. So it's Fnatic that draws first blood. The gold remains dead, even though itemization's still very comfortable across the board. But this Rumble's starting to get scary.
I was going to get slid back here, trying to jump around through Humanoid, but
Ooh, Caps gets away after using his ult and his flash. No flash for Caps.
Really nice look there by Razor, being very proactive, and Humanoid finding the shuffle when Caps doesn't have the shroud means he has to flash out. Really nice look by Humanoid, and now Caps will base and buy the empowered, or buffed I want to say, Proto Belt, and this is what we're talking about with the Electrocute, with the Proto Belt. Now he has that reach. He can really gain a lot of distance with that perfect execution and the ultimates. And the Proto Belt, what am I saying?
Yeah, you're right, you're a perfect execution in the Proto Belt. Has been upgraded to the Rocket Belt a little while ago, but I know it's hard for us to get away from the old nomenclature of League of Legends items.
Oh, you know what? I do what I do.
Get the Riggles
League
Lantern out.
comp. Like League ranked.
League
Fuck on.
League ranked? I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Heads in the mid lane, but Fnatic out to a
I don't know, I want to see like what my extra rank is, because I never actually play rank.
Seconds, Fnatic secured the first.
Even though I'm
G2
shit,
might want to
I
fight
think I
around
can like
second
climb.
with that item spike on Caps being hit.
You know,
Surely
shit.
you'll notice that Mickey X going to go back to base.
I lucky am. Like if I'm not playing ADC, then I'm like kind of shit.
Picking up a control ward and replenishing his 2 wards.
I kind of feel like that if I'm not in
That
support.
puts him in a very good position. Meanwhile,
Dude, I've been playing a lot of jungle because like everyone keeps taking ADC, so I'm like kind of good in jungle now. If I play Warwick.
If he can chunk out Humanoid ahead of this fight,
Ah,
it makes the
nice.
setup around the Drake that much better.
Yeah, I can only really play Maokai top lane most of the time.
Mickey getting
But I don't mind, like,
Nice.
tanky top I like, yeah.
Nice.
Top is my second role.
Oh, dude,
Nice,
like
nice,
I would
nice.
play top. I know how to play a lot of top champions, but I don't know how to play top.
He's not gonna have the ultimate
Mm.
available.
And now G2's
I
gonna
don't know,
get this.
I don't know anything. I just play the top players, top characters in here.
Yeah, I just got destroyed by an Aurelia top when I was Maokai.
One Drake
But
from one.
it ended up that the Aurelia went AFK.
Yep.
She was like 9-2, but the rest of her team were losing. Like Teemo was popping off on Tristana.
Yeah.
He got a pentakill at one point, and then yeah, Aurelia AFK'd.
5,500, that's bad English. 500.
I don't know why people are okay.
Gold
Mm.
ahead in that
Like I get if you have an
top
emergency
lane,
or like a
lead as well.
something in your life,
Across the rest of the map, small
just like
lead,
willingly
small lead, but on some
AFK
small lead for
after
Razor,
a bad
so
fight. Like what the
very
hell?
even
What the
early
hell?
game.
What are gonna do? Like scroll TikTok until you find another game?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I'm like, guy,
Caps has played this
Like,
early game incredibly
if you have
well.
something to do,
Comes out,
ooh, Broken Blade. Oh my God, Broken Blade! close. Hello, Amy. You're a bit too late. Everybody is already gone.
Hey.
We're watching LEC.
Hi, Amy.
Hello.
Amy, do you wanna play League? These notes are watching esports.
I'm watching LCK.
Gosh.
The
I wanna see
LCK from
more.
this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby?
I'm not gonna spoil the results, but one of the things was
A Korean team wins.
yes.
No
Look,
way.
Sorry,
I
sorry.
think- I know that one of them wins.
Mickey's fucking got destroyed there.
It's a draw. They both hit the Nexus at the exact same moment, and it dies at the same time.
Yep.
Dang, you just spoiled everything for me.
I'm sorry.
Very scary. Caps is in such
They
a
have
great
50 at the
position,
same time,
and it's
that's
something
what
that
happened.
Fnatic have to be very mindful of as they assign
Right now,
their
this game
side
is
lane,
really
because
fucking
Caps'
close.
kill
Like,
threat
each team has
continues
one
to grow
rage.
as the
They
game
both have the same amount of gold. Add like 100 or 200 away. They both have 1 kills, no towers. Like, 1 grub to 2 grubs is like the most equal thing you could get. Unless one team's like just doesn't take, like, unless they just keep a grub alive for some reason.
That counts as one of the Atacon things, having 2 of them.
Ooh. They
You
count-
only need 2 out of the 3 for Atacon.
For the
For
piece of strength.
feats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Rio, that's
Oh.
an actual fight?
Oh
Actual
no,
fight?
that's
Yeah,
kind
but
of an
like
in.
Fnatic-
That's kind of an in. He should not have taken that.
Yeah, Fnatic's just like getting this for free.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they can keep going. Razor looking strong. But no, I think they're gonna be able to run away. Mickey doesn't have the range. An upset, trying to get on Sama, but doesn't have the range again, nor the damage. Close though, really close. And Fnatic uses that opportunity to get the first tower. First tower, 2 kills. They still don't have Feast of Strength, right? Yeah.
No.
If they get 1 more kill, they do get Feast of Strength.
As Fnatic find themselves another pick.
And as I was saying, that the teams are really equal in terms of like gold and everything. Right now, Fnatic got a pretty decent lead again the G2.
As Cap goes in, his Alistar is clearing a ward in the banana bush.
And as you rightly say that, Mickey has pretty much permanently covered Humanoid at every step of the way. It's same thing for Oscar. They've been very...
How are you, Amy? You good?
I'm good. How are
Doing
you?
good. Thanks so much for
As he
asking.
keeps his, mid and jungle safe, and they find a pick onto Caps.
I woke up at just before 8 to feed the cats and give Pickle his insulin. And then I went back to bed and I woke up. Bobby was on my chest and Pickle was next to me. Like, I was basically like spooning Pickle, but I was on my back. And he was wrapped around my arm and Bobby was laying on my chest. It was really sweet.
Fnatic's just dominating this fight.
Wasn't it, Bob? Yeah.
And like most
do
of
like
the
a cuddle.
G2 members can just run away, but like they just don't, they just can't all do that.
Got an itch.
And in the end, Fnatic just, they always get like 1 kill, maybe 2. And right now they got the Feast of Strength as well, thanks to that. And they have
G2
like...
are playing very well so far, are they?
Yeah, G2 are kind of falling off. But to be fair,
If we lose this game, I'm taking off my G2 hoodie and see if it makes a difference.
Any hesitation, he
Ah, go!
to be fair though, to be fair, G2,
Yes, we.
they win. They win the playoffs when
Through the losers
they,
bracket.
yeah,
Yeah.
when they lose.
becomes a very easy pick
So,
and objective secured. Skewon doing his best to get something else around the map, but Fnatic
Who
not
knows?
gonna give him
Who
it.
knows? They're gonna lose against Fnatic in a 3-2 fashion. It's gonna be really close. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, G2, that was close." To like, they're worse than before, but still. And then they're
Oh,
gonna
are these the
destroy
playoffs?
everybody.
Is that why they're best of 5s?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Do you have any T1 merch, Amy?
I don't know. I don't even.
Then G2 are more I'm more Wii with G2 than you are with T1. Because I own 2 G2
Can I even
hoodies.
buy T1 merch in the UK?
Yeah, you can get like T1 hoodies and stuff, I
Really?
imagine.
Yeah, you can probably get them shipped, clipped and shipped.
To be fair, all my money's been saved for my holiday, so
Okay.
Oh, that's soon, isn't it? Is it June?
July. 7 weeks, I believe.
Oh, the wall!
No way! Broken Blade clutches that. Plays the rock, and Shelly just fucking bonked on it.
It's not just a rock, it's a boulder.
Yeah. Bro,
That's a nice boulder.
what
I just love the
happened?
coordination that we're seeing from Fnatic
That's-
right now.
that's
The way
funny.
in which they saved
I
that
need an
ultimate, then
English.
Tiny boulder. It's my boulder.
Wait, they have 2 towers. They're gonna have how many? They're doing the Drake right now as well, like Fnatic, right? Great engage from Mickey, and then like he just can't move. He just can't do anything. Can't really run away. He didn't have a flash. So G2's like, okay, we gotta make it into something, but they just are too fucking tanky, too much CC, and then the engage from Humanoid, getting Lavrov and putting Caps aside, separating him to the team, and like they got 2 Drakes, 2 towers, 6-1.
Yeah, I'm taking the hoodie off now.
4K
Clearly bad luck.
gold.
I don't normally wear the I don't wear the hoodie very often during their games, and I'm not wearing it now.
We're really starting to see desperation from G2. They're always trying to go.
If they come back, you're gonna wear it again.
Things are already over.
Yes.
Or they-
No, I'm not, because that's proof.
Something we saw even in the regular
Yo.
season, as we were VOD reviewing before
Come
today. You were
on.
talking about how often it would seem like
They
Broken
should
Blade
lose
felt
to
he had
win
force
then the
something
whole
in a
thing,
1v1 on the top
as they
side
usually do.
Because the rest of the map
Well,
was collapsing,
yeah.
and now he's forcing onto Oscar in
G2
the
maybe
one
getting a
side,
kill
G2 coming
finally.
in, Oscar in
Finally
has a lot
G2.
of health, yeah, but
Yes, they get a
joining
kill,
the fight
given
there,
to
the
Caps.
shutdown.
Really important as well.
gets the
Caps
kill,
getting that
and
shutdown.
G2, when they force
Not that big of a
something,
shutdown
do
though,
manage
but
to find
it
something.
is really the person that needs the shutdown aside with Hansama.
A nice use of the teleport, knowing that Oscar really didn't have many
And
places
some,
where he could go. So
yeah, the-
G2 is still looking to be
Ding,
proactive on the
ding,
map,
ding.
even with the advantage that
They
Fnatic has
have
garnered.
kills
But
in the
Fnatic
team.
cross-mapping on the other side, pushing through top, pushing through mid, getting the resets off now.
Yeah,
Ding.
Fnatic's
Arcana
doing
going to be spawning in
really
40
well.
seconds. Not an objective that we normally see immediately forced upon its arrival, just because of how scary the objective is to fight around. But Fnatic still with the lead, about 3.5k. As G2 are looking for their footing once more. They need to find more picks like this, attacking the side lane, funneling gold where they can into Caps and Hansama, who are the main damage threats on the side of G2.
Crucial now, it becomes really difficult for G2 to be proactive because you have no TP on Caps, no TP on Broken Blade, and meanwhile Fnatic has both their TPs up. That means anytime you fight on the map, you're gonna have numbers in Fnatic's favor. So you kind of have to play really slow now, and you can't really
Like,
afford to be
I don't
proactive,
see
because the
how
punish is so
G2
great
can
from these
combat
double
this,
teleports
but
they built
who
in.
knows?
Wait it out so you can get the
The
second
fuck
item.
is...
Caps
Oh,
caught out
Caps?
here. LeBron
Caps?
waiting around the corner.
Can he really
Coming
get
in as
away?
well.
He has so many CC on him. Fuck, dude. He just can't get away even with this shadow thing. W, I think it's the W. And the fight is... Oh my god, never mind. Hansama's getting something, but also getting one-shotted by the Oscarian. No, he didn't die. So like, even though that looked great for Fnatic, G2 managed to get a kill, but then it was looking good for G2, and then Fnatic was like, nope, still on us. I feel that just like Fnatic are playing the fights just way better.
Yeah.
It's not that much a question of like what's better macro, and like who is at the right place at the right time. It's just like
Yeah, they're all pretty much even on farm and stuff, aren't
yeah.
Also G2,
And like you
they? It's just Fnatic are just better.
You would see that like during the whole 12 first minutes of the game, like 1-1, one Drake each, and the gold would like basically even to the 100 of gold.
That
Like,
zero came from Narnia.
Here
because
you're like, oh my god, this free win for Fnatic, but then like G2 they get something and they try to run away, but they just can't do anything. They can't like actually run away, and they have to leave behind at least 2 people. And the fight that used to be slightly worse.
Middle top?
Like, middle top? That happened.
Oh, in the
Yeah.
LCK.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry, Korean strat.
It's Opia. OP.
Secret OP.
Opia. OP in Korea.
And when we talk about the synergy that we're not
I'll
seeing from
stand by that.
G2, Razork and Mickey are working together.
Baron, you should try Nidalee top.
Absolutely. I think Mickey and
It's OP.
I should not.
It's OP.
OP!
Approved
It
by,
might be, but I'm not.
Approved by Doran, then Zeus,
Yes.
and I don't know any other top laner Korean.
They're the only ones I've seen doing. I've seen Zeus play Nivea top.
Firsthand, the power of the
Nivea
Castle
top.
Curse. Just
Yeah.
praise Mickey. He goes
Damn.
for a play that ends up in his demise, flashing to try and
Okay,
catch out
you got a
Caps.
kill.
Caps is able to dodge
Did
away
you get a
from the
kill?
engage,
Can
and
they
he
get
ends up
anything
paying
from
for
this
it.
kill? They're trying to
G2
set up for the
recoups
Drake.
some of the
12
goal
seconds
difference.
before the
Dragon
Drake.
spawning in 10 seconds. Mickey will be alive for it, but I don't know if he can get here in
Gets
time for Fnatic to really
away,
mount
and
a
I
strong
think they're like,
response.
okay, now we're chill. We can get the Drake for real. That's nice because they were like 1 Drake to 2, and now it's gonna be 2 to 2. 2 to 2. 2. 2 to 2 2. Oh, Fnatic. No, G2 gets the kill with the Drake, but at the same time, Fnatic has to, gets probably 2 kills. At least, yeah, 2 kills. It's like 2 kills for a Drake. Is that really worth it? I mean, for G2 maybe. Because G2, the G2 players are not worth that much these days. No! Caps got cancelled! Okay, meanwhile, Fnatic, they get the first tower mid. They get the first tower mid, and they have 3 towers to 0. Not even a single tower. The G2 really struggling this game. 6,500 gold. Fuck.
That's sitting on Razork on this vibe.
Yeah. Once again, I want you to highlight, now suddenly it's G2 in the driver's seat with these double teleport advantages. So I think right now we need to see G2 try to make a play where Fnatic is discoordinated, either on Oscar or
Yes, they need to like find opportunities.
With this little advantage you temporarily have,
because if they just keep on like making fights when both teams are ready to fight, the fights are just not gonna get won by G2.
I would say that Alistar, our man Alistar, has to go and look to put some deep wards.
Like, you don't have a comp that is prioritizing team fights compared to Fnatic.
I think that person will be
And yeah,
but also
it's not gonna work. Broken Blade in 1v1 against Oscarin, I don't think it's gonna be enough. Or maybe the TPs and Labrov getting in there. Stunk stunk. The damage from Oscarin is pretty huge, but it will live the kill 2 Caps. That's what we're talking about. That's what G2 keeps needing to do. But they just can't really do it while they're getting pushed on all sides. Like right now, Caps, he can't really take the tower. You gotta get back to the top lane, maybe. Maybe he's actually gonna... He's gonna actually just get the tower and not care about the rest.
Almost every single game, the mid laner and the top laner has teleport. Because G2 just came back into the game they were losing and defended Fnatic's play at the same time due to the power of 2 teleports.
Caps though has stayed around a little briefly for this bot lane tier 1.
No.
Razork's on his way across. Is upset. Caps does have that
No.
Twilight Shroud.
What the fuck did you send me, Baron?
Jumps through upset, but the season is quick on the
Oh, but the old,
Yikes.
Yikes.
he plays for KC now.
Yeah,
When
he
we come
plays for
back to the draft, we have to
JC.
remember this Akali was second pick in response to the Azir. And you have to see the risks of locking in a very early Akali. This vibe from Razork is doing so much work at mitigating the mobility that we so often see being used as a strength for the Akali. That is now resulting in Caps once again dying in a side lane. And Fnatic now setting their sights on G2's jungle.
It's like G2, you're not the only one allowed to catch people on the side lanes and get a kill in a 1v3 situation or something like that.
And I feel like
It's not because you're losing that you're the only one to do that. No. And right now, Broken Blade, it looks like it's not even a tank. Oh, never mind, he survives. He survives? Hansama get a kill? That's actually a win? A win for G2. And Hansama's looking strong. He's the one that is actually in a lead compared to his opponent that is in already 5-0-4. So like,
Yeah, how is he in the lead?
that's crazy.
Same CS.
So I think
What?
4 of his kills.
Like, he must have had a
are probably,
shutdown.
Like, yeah, probably all shut down. Like they managed to get away from this fight just thanks to Ansama and his crazy damage. Broken Blade tanking just the right amount.
Did not see the call of the Forge God, and he ends up getting punished for it.
That's really well played. I don't think they can really keep doing those things, but at the same time, they do have tanks. They do have a jungler, some melee characters that can actually distract the players and heal for their ADC, and their ADC is starting to do huge damage. And that's what we're looking for right now, is trying to protect the ADC, letting him do the damage, and maybe hope that's gonna be enough. At this point of the game, I don't think they can do that much catching players off guard. It's gonna be all about getting those objectives and fighting for the objectives. That's gonna be team fighting. So G2 managed to get at least one of their members up to the power level of Fnatic this game. That means that they have a chance. They actually have a chance.
Mickey does have the Flash Magnet Storm. Humanoid hit level 16 after pushing through that top side, highest level.
I mean, 5k lead, it's almost over, but we have seen a 10k lead get flipped.
It's almost over, but at the same time, it's EU.
But instead you let Fnatic walk up and push you out of your own zone. I really dislike what G2 did there, because I feel like...
Yeah, I mean, Nick sent me a message. I think it'll make you laugh. It was the top LEC comment I've seen this afternoon. LEC is more fun to watch than LCK because it's like watching drunk forklift players play baseball. You never know what will happen.
I love that.
Oh my god, Humanoids gets in the back lane and almost killed Hansama!
Hans got out!
Just dies from
upset got him.
And that was so...
Okay, now it's over.
Yeah, this is so Jover, because Fnatic, they, like, as I said, G2, they had one member that was good. But the problem is that the comp of Fnatic is just all about killing that one player. Because they have the Azir that can do the crazy combo, and Razor that is so motherfucking fed, and that can just ult the guy and he dies. So
the mass CC off of Rel as well.
It was almost impossible for G2 to actually make that happen, and Fnatic...
Who was picked first, Azir or Akali?
I don't remember. I didn't really check. We were in game.
Just do an arcane.
Yeah, do an rewatch Breaking Bad as well.
Never watched it.
I should.
I think I watched it.
Yeah, obviously I've watched everything.
It's our second
I can't remember.
of the league.
Yeah, but obviously everyone sees him as Heisenberg now, but I will always see him as the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, Hank.
Yes, I know him from Malcolm in the Middle, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a new film, but there's a film he's in with Kevin Hart, when Kevin Hart plays his carer. He's in like he's paralysed and he's in a wheelchair. That actually looks really good. Hello back.
Just for the start of the second game, the timing is impeccable.
In this top lane matchup, because
the draft's happened.
Has kind of made his name over the last couple of years for things like the Zac, the Warwick, sometimes the Yasuo top as well.
What is the team comp right now? Let me see. I like the Airy. The Wukong, we don't see Wukong a lot these days. The Nagnar, really great for team fights. Yeah.
I think that when you look at the draft,
considering the draft, I think I
prefer G2's draft this time.
I was about to say, I prefer G2's draft for team fighting, for catching people.
I would just actually prefer the Pantheon over the Wukong. That would be the only change I'd make.
Yeah, probably. But I like the Wukong like engage into ults. He can do like crazy stuff. Combining that with like
following up with a Nautilus and a Nara as well. Yeah.
Exactly. Ooh. Harley 2v2 before the lane starts. Getting a stack for Hansama. Senna IDC, we haven't seen many Senna IDCs, right?
And it's just for a reason, because they all offer so much and there's so many different
seen many Senna Senna
ways
ADCs,
they can
right?
impact the game. So it
No.
really, as you say, I think it's a great point you made. The fact
Yeah,
that
I would
G2 is
like
really
G2
not
to
trying
win just because I want to
They're not
see
trying to do anything
more
magical. They're just trying to
games
take
into
good,
a
solid
series of
players.
BO5. Like, you have 5
I still
games.
think it'll be a 3-2.
It will
I'm just
be
not confident it's 3-2 to G2 anymore.
Is it going to be 3-2 or is it going to be G2?
Oh.
You already mentioned the changes to happen to her on this patch. They wanted to bring her back.
At least they won't be G2-02. It could be G2-03.
Yeah, G2-03, that would be...
I believe it also came out from Viper. I forget which game it was, but I think we've seen it a few times.
Yeah, that would be bad. I want to see just like Game 5
I mean, usually I think the
Fearless
sweet spot
draft,
is about like 80 around
seeing some
20
Goofy
minutes.
champions, because I would get to Talia has been played like enough, but like Yorick, for example, like or Wukong, or like the Senna lane is kind of weird and funny. Oh, upset survives. Pretty close.
The ghost to escape.
Yeah, and it looks like the Nautilus line pick actually working out really well, even in an individual 2v2 matchup. The Renata doesn't really have that high impact in the lane when you compare the Seri to the Senna. The Senna being so powerful, as we see Oscar being very, very... those, what are those? Are those pandas?
Yeah, little pandas, man.
Yeah.
Oscar wants to
Okay.
go this year.
Killed with cuteness!
Let's say that if G2 is like not below Fnatic at 12 minutes into the game, they're doing already better than the first game. So it's just the only thing that we need to have there. Ooh, is he gonna back? Is he gonna back? Oh, Razork, more like dead. I don't know.
Let's go.
Yes, G2's getting the first kill.
Two G2's jungle.
Yeah, first kill was 2 Fnatic first game, I think, I believe.
The collapse comes through them
I
from above, and we are seeing
believe.
his impact here in
Also,
game
G2
two,
now they
doing
have
very well in
the
bot lane trades and
privilege
catching,
of the blue
Razzle
side.
out.
Something
It's his
that
first blood to
we
G2.
shouldn't really underestimate in those games. Oh, pretty nice G2 gank. Is it gonna be enough? I don't think so. Oscarin does have his flash, and he's gonna use it pretty well. Doesn't change much to the dynamic of the lane. Broken Blade and Oscarin are pretty even in HP, even though Oscarin is slightly up.
That man is not dying. When he goes low,
And
he has so
yeah,
much
this
regen.
turn is
And
really
also
fucking
crucial, the
tanky.
Q
The Doran shield,
gives you
the armor,
10% missing
the
health when you use it.
biscuits,
So the lower
the
you are,
cookies,
the more healing
and
you
the
get from
potion,
using it. It
refillable
makes
potion.
Yorick
He
set
is
to be
really
tanky in the early
tanky.
laning phases, but just because how much
He
regen has to
sustained a
bestow.
lot.
The wave state's not too bad for him either. That wave is pushing into him. He's
And
already
yeah.
level 5 as well. And an ideal world,
It's not just a single game that's going to be enough, but at the same time, on the opposite end, Razor doesn't manage to get the kill. Flash for Flash. The two top lanes are really even in CDs. Fnatic Cap, Cap's humanoid. Oh, Razor.
Ooh, Caps.
Doesn't
Cap
get
playing
the
the game of
Q,
chicken.
but that means that Fnatic has the priority on this LeBron. That is gone. 1-1. Fnatic first kill. Ooh, great prediction, Caps! No way! And Caps is still level 5. He doesn't have his ult. He's trying to get to level 6, but it's not gonna. He's not gonna get it before.
Yikes, that Talia clenching her ass in the bushes.
Bruh, that was so fucking close, Caps.
That would have been a kill. But
Caps
luckily for
was
Humanoid,
always level 6,
He only
1
drank
minion
his-
left, but he
yeah,
couldn't really get it.
We talked about
potion.
wave states. Broken Blades found himself with a very
Couldn't
good
really
one
get
in the
it.
top lane. Oscar will
Right now
likely
the
be forced
gold
to stick
is
around, try
even.
and fix this wave. But now he finds himself in a precarious position. The good news for him is that Skumon isn't there. The question is, does he know that Skumon isn't there?
Right, so Oscar can stick around because he has the Maiden.
That's true.
This wave's just going to shove in now. Like, as soon as you bring Maiden to the battle, it's like, okay, that wave is immediately going to get forced under Broken Blades. Tower forced away as well with that Morning Mist, so in the end, Oscar and him won't really care too much. He can just back around the corner, still has that teleport. He needs to get somewhere quickly.
Big CSD though for Oscar. He's all 20 CS up on this Gnar, which is not really like, I think this matchup doesn't really become that good until way later into the game. So really nice display of the individual mechanics by Oscar.
Oh, Razor goes on Skumon. I think they're going to be able to kill anyone. But at the same time, Fnatic is on the lead, like a number of people. 4v2, they got a kill, and they got the kill on Skumon. I mean, that's a free Drake, right? Right?
The E on this area, your ability to collapse on a fight
Right. Ooh, great grab, but it's not gonna lead to anything. Hope Caps can get away. Yeah, he spends his ult wisely.
Capstan using the skin either.
Game one,
yep.
It was very timid.
He truly is baby faker.
Not overforcing game two. All right, warmed up now. The rust is off. Everyone's feeling the
yeah, he
confident on the
does.
stage.
I mean, he was called that back in 2019, 2018, and when Europe was not too bad.
The rest of the map is very much going the favor
almost
of
winning.
Fnatic, especially as Razzle and the Fnatic bot side collapse quickly onto Skumon and LeBron.
Hans currently sitting on 22 stacks on the Senna. In case it's been a while since you've seen a Senna, I've accidentally covered it up with my circles. I'm sorry, I'm not used to drawing circles on this. It's there, 22 stacks on the Senna so far. So has hit that first breakpoint on Senna. Sacking every 20, you get more of those stats. Wallop coming out from Broken Blade into the Dark Procession. He's in the cage. The Maiden chasing him down as well, but with Skumon on his way, Oscar realizes he might be the one in a little bit of danger. LeBron coming around the corner as well. There's the Cyclone. Oscar in will be taken out. Bailout won't save him. Grand Starfall coming in immediately into the hook. Razzle dive forward. Looking for Skumon, who flashes away himself. The Riptide from LeBron will get the slow into the close as well for a bit more.
I think it's going to be one kill for Fnatic. Oh no!
No, he gets out.
Nice. Bro, I feel like G2, they're always like so close to dying, and like sometimes they're not so close to dying and they actually die, and it feels like
Is Ona gonna steal this?
It's just like it just feels
Yes, Carrier!
just feels like G2, they just don't have the lead in terms of like they don't engage in stuff. It feels like G2 suffering from Fnatic's engaged instead of like just they don't set the rhythm of the game is what I mean. Even though right now they have more kills than Fnatic, slight gold lead, Cap's gonna get a plate. Everything's alright. Everything's alright. Ooh, bad timing and also wrong place.
You don't have that kind of all-in threat that you usually do, and a lot of the damage you usually have is gone. So now if Broken Blade can look to find a fight before he gets that
hard to actually
once again,
get the right
one of your best timings.
spot.
Steel caps for Oscar in though.
Oh, Humanoid is getting CC, but not enough. I think Skumon's just gonna die. Yeah.
No escape. Fnatic find their third.
Broken Blade. Can he get the kill on Oscarin? I think he can. Ooh, nice try, Oscarin. I think it's gonna do anything. He wouldn't have been able to do anything there. The Q wouldn't have healed him enough, I believe. I think that was kind of a waste there. You see, like G2 here, they just got 2 kills in like solo kills, but like they're always like getting caught in the wrong place. It's like together they're not doing good enough, and I feel like they just don't have the rhythm. They don't take enough initiatives that work.
But 3 grubs and the first Drake over to Fnatic.
I just love the fact that I feel like
come
everyone is skill checking each other.
Whoa, Lebrov, come on! Survive before Caps comes in. Yes, Caps getting the reset, probably gonna get the kill as well. Mickey, and that's the lead. That's the engage we're looking for. That's what I was talking about, bro. That's what I was talking about. Lebrov, I was like, what the fuck is he doing? But when he just grabs Humanoid at the perfect angle with the buggy ass fucking hitbox of the Q, and then I see the TP of Caps and I'm like, alright, They're doing it. They're doing the thing. Like right now, biggest lead is on Caps, and I believe with Ari, he actually can do a lot of
And if
stuff.
there's one Ari I don't want to be fed, it's Caps. When he plays Ari, he makes magic happen.
Yeah,
And
that's
here we
what
see
I
the
was
winner
talking
not
about.
looking that good, but Caps tries to make his best to change that.
Have another look at this play.
Bro, this grab is fucking
beast.
and Caps was there. Get the kill, get the reset, get... Oh no, it's not him that got the kill, it's LeBron. Ooh, 2v1, broken blade, great, great try. Oh, maybe it's gonna be enough, maybe, yes, yes, get the range on the border of the ult.
Another pickle. There's another cat on the cat cam.
Yo, two cats on the cat cam. Oh my god. They're blessing the two cats like the two in G2. That means they're gonna win. Oh no, no, Caps, no, you don't have an ult. Get away, dodge the Q, dodge the Q. Oh no, Cap, no. Shut down. At the same time, LeBron's probably gonna just dive and Hansama and then a tough situation. Is it gonna be enough to get a kill? No, they didn't get upset.
Manages to escape.
We've got 12 kills.
They didn't get upset, and that's probably why they are upset.
But Fnatic and G2 are going for each other.
It feels this game is way closer.
The tower looking to fall.
But at the same time, it's at 12 minutes. Like the first game, nothing happens before 12 minutes, and now 12 minutes in, and it's like as close as 12 minutes in the previous game, but this time you have like stuff happening in both sides. The games are gaming.
Okay, sit on my lap then.
Mickey sidestepping everything, throws out the ultimate. Caps realizes that he has to flash away, but it's still not
No,
enough.
Bobby gave me no choice in this. There was no offer. He just got up and got off my lap.
Setting him up for the inevitable dive. And then
Bro, they got so
meanwhile,
much gold from that.
Upset, stopping the roam coming through. It means that there's no protection.
They had such a
here.
good
Upset's forced to flash away and use
lead.
his
Come
summoner spells,
on, I
but he
won
did his
5
job of keeping
games.
Skumon
Do
out
your
of the bot lane play.
thing.
I just want to say, it's a really small thing that I noticed in that fight. The bailout on Razor, like he's never going to die in that situation, but it gives you
really
movement speed
handsome.
traveling towards
Handsome
enemy
cat.
champions. So he wouldn't have killed.
He's
with
not
an
handsome,
Angel
he's
unless
cute.
he gets
That
bailout
one's the handsome
from
boy.
Mickey as he walks towards Caps. Just very small little
Look at this cute little face.
doing at the moment that is getting his team back into this game. About 300 gold ahead right now. We haven't checked his time.
He's camera shy.
37, 40 minutes in. He's struggled to really get as many as he'd like.
The other one's looking through
He can't walk through the
the
jungle
window.
because they keep stopping him. So he
Yeah, the worst thing is the cat flap is open. He can go out.
which is one of the ways on
If we
center that you
beat all
really
the
start to
enemies
explode
outside,
I mean, often I think of support
will we
center
finally be
being
free?
able to just freely roam,
Yeah.
right? And so
Pickle.
you can just move around the map. You can
Hello.
chip
God,
away,
looks
look
so
for things,
unamused.
kinda work with your jungler to not only
Like, who the fuck,
What
what the fuck
he
you
did
want from me?
tempt you then.
Yeah.
You're sitting in the mid lane
Leave me
Oh.
alone, let me watch the
Hello.
video.
to go anywhere near
Being
him. Already
weirdo.
built those stacks, but of course the
Anyway,
difference is Hans Sommer
back to
is
my
still
thing.
farming, so
I
he's still
wanna-
getting a lot of items.
He
And crucially, the
drives.
fact that it has no
Blade
flash
Runner.
means that it can't even step up and play aggressive to get those stacks.
Safe good.
Stacks, because usually when you have flash, you can kind of afford to kind of step up a little bit more, but now
Come on,
he just has to
G2,
play
you
really,
can
really
do
slow,
it.
because either there's gonna be a
Pave the
Talon
way,
ult,
put your back and
Pantheon
do
ult,
it.
or Mickey X flag
Probably
that's
not
gonna catch
by
him without
G2.
flash, like after game 1, and he's gonna die. So it's really tough
G2
right now for him.
It's that
esports.
collapse ability you both talk about in draft, the ability for the Talia and the Pantheon to be in a lot of places on the map really quickly. Next Drake up in 7 seconds time. Razzle can Mickey once again.
Razor
teaming
and Mickey together, they can get Skumon maybe. I don't think. I think Skumon just gets away if they actually engage on him. Doesn't have that power. Ooh, 3-3, and no, Mickey's ult doesn't do anything. Oh, great engage from LeBron. Great cheesy combo, clean the thing, and then the ult, the perfect. They get one kill, they can't get a second one. Please, Skumon gets away. Oh, never mind.
Not with another hook.
Bro, that was so fucking close, dude. Oh,
You
G2.
sounded so French.
Crazy, do it.
French lead.
Yeah, G2. G2, wow. You know why I want G2 to win? Because if they win, then they're gonna go like so high into the playoffs that they're gonna go to the finals and then lose again against KC. That's my plan. Ooh, Cap. Cap just gets nuked, but Broken Blade keeps farming on this normie that is Oscarin. You 1v2, 1v2. Come on, Broken Blade, come on, BB. Come on, BB. BB. Yes, get to
Nice.
Yeah.
Top father. Top father.
Top father.
Get pissed off. You're the one that sat on my lap when I'm watching something on the cheer at.
Okay. Mickey died. Mickey died. Yeah.
Where do we even break the game down?
I don't know what's going on. I think the shower I don't even know how to say
Reinvigorated you.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for being my spokesperson.
I got you, boo.
Okay, they get the Shelly, they get the Harold, they get the
So is it Shelly again?
No, I just said say
Because it was Shelly and Shirley, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think when there were two.
Of course, Upset is slowly ramping
Back
up
in
into
my
the game,
day.
but as Hansama does the same, the stacking souls
I
is
like
always
the
going to
name
make your late
Shelly.
game that much
Yeah.
scarier. So overall, I
What
think
the hell?
G2's just in the
What
better
the helly?
position right
What
now.
the
What
Shelly?
the
How
hell?
things are playing out.
And I also feel like maybe this would need to G2
Okay,
mix,
Broken
because we
Blade
said that G2
getting the
are
tower top.
decent.
Not even
Uncoordinated,
humanoids
but
there.
everyone
Just
is
shove
stepping
him.
up insanely hard
Razor.
individually.
Razor, we know you're here. I think we do. We saw you come around.
It's just because Broken Blade,
BB just don't get caught by a thing.
No.
Nice dodge, no.
What are they gonna do?
Okay, what? No, Broken Blade, no. Okay, he's alive.
Oh.
He's not alive. But Cap from behind. Cap, I'm on Rob, and everybody's here.
Hold up.
Oh, can they actually do anything? LeBron, get away, please. You're in 1v4. No, LeBron. No, Fnatic is actually
Oh.
fine. That they're getting the tower. No. God damn it, G2. Come on. Come on, you guys. You can do it. Come on.
That should be an example as to why the way he managed
Yes!
the coming through from G2 was flawless. Not only getting a kill, but
Hey, he's just bugging about like her game that we
Yeah.
don't see. Me
DNF have been kicking
They win
T1's
from this
arse,
now?
but yeah, they might well do. By the way,
Yeah, they win.
Spawn's-
That's
Yeah,
the
easy.
thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
T1.
Normally you have maybe there's the chance that you have enough
Patience,
time.
and it won the game. Fuck yes!
I think there is a chance that you just like finish watching all the LCK games before the LEC BO5 is finished.
That was like a 45-minute game, that.
Yeah,
Crazy.
but like you don't have to wait between the games. You can like
Really?
check.
That was a by the time it was over, like 45-minute game,
And
yeah.
it's just BO3, so I'm just saying maybe.
Almost every flash is up right now. Only Skewmond does not have a splash, which means that I think teams are pretty willing to fight this, because as long as you have those flashes, you can kind of take
what the
those
fuck is
avenues
going on?
more aggressively.
Even the hut has its flash up, guys.
My stream
Hard
is
FNC.
fucking it up. I don't know what.
Well, but that should be a backup for any future fights. G2 trying to get some vision towards this blue side right now.
Fuck him
Set
up,
for
fuck
that
him up, fuck
Drake
him up.
in a minute's time. Hansama still stacking
Oh,
up Weaver's wall.
oh,
Down a minute.
oh,
Hansama's on the
okay.
right side,
Now
jump
they're
wide
stuck
from Chance.
between the wall
Skewmond
thing.
with a little bit more damage.
You
TP in
Broken
from
Blade doesn't get
immediately
caught that
responded
much.
to
That's
but
fine.
Wasn't really
Okay.
needed, and because of that,
Okay.
Oscar TP advantage for the next fight.
Yeah, they've got position over the
Ooh, let's
dragon,
have a look
but
at the
it's very early,
standings
30
now.
seconds,
Bro,
and you look at the top lane, Oscar with the main now aggressively pushing in that top side, and it seems Fnatic
Are you
is
up
quite
to date with the
willing
LEC
to
now then?
let this go.
That LCK.
Keeping him at bay
Yeah.
as well, right? So,
Oh, Broken Blade.
The
Get away,
HLE versus
Broken
DK
Blade.
game was really good.
trying to farm up Mega
Yeah.
from the Wolves.
I just saw the result and I was like, oh my god.
In the top lane for Fnatic.
I'm so glad.
Echo charging in the bot side, upsetting
DK did us a massive favour.
Captain Skewmond might
Like the
make them
stand-ins.
think otherwise.
Us.
Tier one
We're like
in the
Gen
middle,
Yes.
still in
two
beat.
exchanged
I'm
across the
really
map.
surprised.
Yeah, I don't-
Genji's like 100% win rate.
Oh, we really messed up. We went a bit too
You should like HLE though, they have
early.
Zeus.
Yeah, but he left.
Not by his choice, there was shenanigans
Yeah, I
from
love
all
him.
season.
But not HLE.
It's treason.
Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
hate Zeus' agent.
Yeah, I love Zeus.
He's a double agent.
still so
That's
sad
what he
about
is.
that. It
Okay,
makes me sad
who's
every
gonna get the
time.
Drake? Who's gonna get the Drake? Shumon! Shumon! And the Drake was not. What the fuck? What the fuck? He grabbed the guy, but he got stopped by the wall.
11 and 5.
Okay, they get the kill on Oscar. And oh, LeBron is getting crazy
LeBron.
fucking grabs. LeBron! He's actually pogging.
There's upset instinct
No,
here.
Cap!
Oh, ah.
Wait. Resort, dies! Yes.
Go!
Totally not biased, okay? Totally not biased.
G2.
Bro.
Unbiased.
Unbiased.
That's my team.
Come on, team. G2, ow. Bro, this, like, those fights are actually cinema, actually peak content. Like, look at this. Like, they get the kill, and like, LeBron will push. You get an auto kill, and then Razor is like, target acquired, and then he just punk.
Finds a beautiful spear, and it's at this point where he says, I got too excited. I've got this.
That's how you kill two birds with one spear.
Yeah.
I got too excited. Exactly what he said. And we saw it,
That's true.
and get the double with a spear, which is pretty impressive, though. As
Bruh, Razor, god damn it, Razor, you play worse, please. Okay, LeBron gets the grab, maybe Skewmon's gonna be able to get the kill, no, and at the same time, Mickey dies! Ult from Caps, is he gonna get humanoid, or maybe Razor, no, he's just pushing them away from what? We don't know, but now I do, because there is the Atacan that I didn't really see. Atacan for a G2. Yes, good that boy.
Don't give me that look.
Get that out again.
Put himself a little bit lower in case a Fnatic decided to fight.
Oh, he's at your belly.
The Artican will go to
He's at your belly.
Oscar is still pushing in that top side.
My goodness. So in terms of
Still doing some Scooby-Doo at the same time as casting.
Even, but you've got to look at the atomization. I think the junglers find themselves very even. Oscar and Broken Blade. This is normally the point which you'd say in the side lane. This is really where the Yorick is
It's the
kinda gonna
Frenchman.
have that advantage over the
Bring me
Nine in terms of the
baguettes.
extended one versus one. But in terms of AD carry itemization, I know that the Senna items might not look like the scariest, but they are the traditional build that we're seeing on Senna right now. Hansar finds himself
I don't know how to
82
do the next
stacks
one.
throughout 24 minutes, and he's only going to continue to scale as
Okay, LeBron, once again, he
no.
grabs well, but like he dies as well. Okay, I mean Skewmon's is a huge. Oh my
Oh,
God!
big Noro.
Broken Blade! Yo, Broken Blade! Yeah, Broken Blade.
It's a beautiful team
20 seconds for Baron. They have time to get the tower and then Baron.
Another hook from the Brov.
Yeah.
Yes, he's died
Yeah,
5 times, but he's
bro,
made those
LeBron is just a hook god this
Setting up
game. Like, what the
scene for
fuck?
success.
Yeah.
Starting off by
Just
finding a nice
hooks
hook
them
on the
all.
Mickey.
Yeah, and look at this fight. Look
How did that
Steven
hit,
finds the
though?
deep
I
angle,
get
goes
it.
around the
It's called
shadow, goes deep on
Riot
the
Games.
offset, finds a massive side
Obviously not hitbox, yeah.
I mean, so the thing
Crazy.
is, with the grabs like that, the hitbox is bigger in the end max range
Yeah.
of the hook than in the starts. So it goes in the end, and in the end it checks around. And if you find someone around, then it's that's how you get like crazy hooks that are like not making sense.
Definitely did go down. Caps
Max
finishes his
range.
third item and immediately
Max
teleports down
range.
towards that bottom side. There's a blue
The
buff
Baron
there.
Pro
Imagine like the skull shots are like a lollipop. At the end, it is just a bit bigger than the actual line that travels.
Yeah, exactly.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
Or it's actually an actual hook, you know.
to make it really, really, really difficult for Fnatic to ever enter
Actual
that zone.
big hook. This is like...
Oh, it has been an action-packed game, and coming into this game, we talked about how for G2, when you look at this draft, it is... Generic isn't the right word, but it's very standard. You know, when we think about a lot of the creativity they demonstrated this year, a lot of these picks are stuff that you'd see kind of from many teams all around the world. But sometimes simplifying the draft makes it that much easier to execute. And they've had a lot more
Okay, so
individual
G2, they
agency,
got
and
the
they've been making
lead
a ton
back,
of
and that's the
plays.
huge
Razzle
one as
currently
well,
staring down
because
the
they
face
got
of
the
his first boss
Baron,
on this
they got
champion
the
so far
Ads
this split.
again,
As
they
G2
got
with the Baron lays siege
two
to the tier 3
Drakes.
towers.
Baron, you got the attic count.
The attic count.
Yeah,
Okay, Caps. Okay, Caps. Okay.
Oh, oh.
Okay. He goes on the thing. He goes on
Yeah, we see you there, Caps.
Okay, LeBron. What
Oh,
the
LeBron.
fuck, LeBron? What the fuck? You're not allowed to do those things. It's not allowed.
It's just cracked.
Okay. He's like, Kermit, you're not allowed to play that well at the game.
Another name to the list.
Stop it.
It's all on Razzle. Can Mickey
Oh my god, so like they are, it feels like less of a stomp on G2 side, but more of a stomp in the end. Like the result
Yeah, it's got
is
more of a gold
like,
lead this game.
Yeah, so like I'm gonna say
Oh!
G2's game. Oh my god, wait.
Oh, hi, baby.
I think you just
They
finished.
still end.
No,
They still end, yeah.
Yeah.
Mickey's still holding on.
It's just like,
Oh, they might get pushed. Oh, no. Yeah, they end.
it's just like, so Fnatic.
They won, Bobby! Without my hoodie.
Oh yeah.
It's proof, I don't need the hoodie on.
You're jinxing it, bro. You're jinxing it. But like, I feel like the first game, Fnatic just had a whole, like, they had a lead for longer, and they were able to capitalize on it really well. While there, G2, they struggled to get the lead, but when they got it and they started getting the rhythm of the game and like setting up their own rhythm, they were like actually really good.
Train, yeah.
Stay banned in my opinion.
2 hours earlier, but we get there 2 hours earlier now though, so it kind of works out.
I can't
Yeah.
wait. In 6 days I'll be in Rotterdam.
Yet in this series, Oriana is a champion that hasn't been prioritized. Silas, both mid laners.
I've tasked Iris to get Mateus drunk. That's her mission, because he's never been drunk before, have you?
No, I don't think I
Dear boy.
have. I've tasted alcohol before and I was like, I don't like the taste.
This Draven ban is really telling that they
So
want
I just
to
don't
first
drink.
put Kalista. Yeah. This is the matchup they want, and now it's up to G2. Do you ban the Kalista, or do you have something to trade or counter it with? That's kind of the situation we're in right now as G2.
So what are we looking at in terms of countering it? You could go for Ashe, which can...
This camera's not working too well.
If you get the slows pop, it obviously works relatively
Pickle's
well.
not in the right position.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Irish
no
He's
gonna
bugged off.
drug
Kind of
my
so utilize
drinks.
it. It's a solid
Swear to
answer.
God.
In general, I think most of the strong laning AD carries that you like into the Kalista are out.
We're gonna get her to
Thanos
corrupt
is
you.
out, the Cork is out. Even the Senna historically was a decent match with the Kalista. You can go for
I mean, I'm not
Caitlyn
really
lane,
into
but you
trying
really
new
wanna
things.
Put heavily emphasis
So-
on shutting down the Kalista.
So if
but,
she
you know,
if she gives me a drink and she's like, here, taste this, I'd be like,
Well, the Blitzcrank ban is
And then she'll say, quit being a baby and fucking try this.
Yeah, okay. So it looks like
Yeah,
G2
she
has
would.
some
And you'll be like,
I
yes,
think
mummy.
Gohan is good, especially when you know it's gonna be locked in.
No.
I mean, Hansama should be
Yeah.
Caitlyn, we saw
damn
in
it.
Paris last time.
I am going to a not party, to be
You could
fair.
also just do Ez if you wanted
It's a party,
A
but
not
it's called,
party.
yeah, it's called
It's
To a
not
not
party.
party.
Yeah, it's called
G2 is
not a
feeling,
party,
which kind of
made by
approach do they want
people
their
that are
draft to
called
take?
not
Things
managements.
like Neferi are also still
And,
seeing it from
and
I love that.
And I
split. It's
didn't
jungle that's
get an
actually
invite.
been very high on
Wink, wink.
priority. We talked about the
Oh.
ceremony earlier, still available. Wei?
And you're not attending, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to pick your AD carry here.
It's like
right?
for
So Wei is
Twitch
locked in.
affiliates and others,
But I
which
do
I
see
at the same time it's for
complications
those
with
people,
the
but
lobby.
I
So we'll
didn't
see
put my
if,
actual
G2
Twitch
lock in
name
their
for
second
the
pick.
form at first, so I reapplied, and both my applications were accepted. The ones with my real name and the one with my Twitch name. So I don't know how they're checking if you have affiliate or not.
Yeah.
Into the
It's gonna be
looks like
a
the Victor is
mess.
still available, the Aurelian Soul as well.
I will be
They
right
just
back
want
before the
to scale
game
the
starts
style.
quickly. I'm going to put some food in the oven and make a coffee.
Okay.
I might go for a cheeky Chinese.
Like the Silas.
So I got
Kinda
told
hungry.
that Kuei was the wrong
Okay.
pick, which is why the
Oh, okay. That's
okay.
right.
they originally wanted Zyra.
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 Okay,
Zyra,
interesting.
okay.
Interesting.
That would make me think that they're also looking for the Jace that is still up and available.
Yep.
As we said previously, Zyra with the AD mid lane is the go-to. We will obviously gotta see that when the draft goes back. But I think G2, no matter what you pick, you need to pick a strong avenue if you are not going to counterpick the Kalista.
Yone wasn't banned, was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, it was by G2?
Yeah.
Okay, so then if you're playing Zyra, you kind of want an AD mid, right? So Tristana is the one that jumps up. Lucian was banned away.
But
as
he was
well.
also just talking about the Jace.
Yeah, Jace is also an option, right?
Come on, G2.
I'm wondering then if
I
Fnatic
believe.
go for the Mundo into it. It's a known jungle Mundo is good into the Zyra. You avoid the initial grasping roots. You can just kind of run through them because obviously that first bit of CC doesn't.
But I feel like Razork's more likely to pick a Sejuani into Zyra.
True.
Is my instinct. Yeah. Not necessarily because of the clear speed, but I'm trying to just remember all the things. For some reason in my head, I have it that was what he normally picked into Zyra, rather than he has. You know how normally Skumon picks Mundo into AP junglers?
Yeah.
That's kind of just Razork's behavior.
Xayah is very
Oh, I heard
Xayah, not
Sorry.
Ooh,
So one of
Kalista
my
on
ears said
Fnatic
Xayah.
side against Xayah and Poppy. Poppy makes so much sense against Kalista. It's like you need a Poppy against a Kalista, or else he's just gonna fly around, never gonna be able to be caught.
Xayah is crucially very good anti-dive as an AD carry.
Yeah.
And I think this kind of
Ooh,
G2
do I have a
calling out
gammon?
Fnatic, oh, you're gonna look to build a dive cup against us, and now we're gonna pick the Xayah early to kind of stop
Yeah,
that.
that's
There's
true.
really gonna
Xayah
also be
survives
all these
really well to
low-range
games
champions that
through
might end up
dives.
coming their way.
Because just
Fans going
ult.
wild for that Gwen pick
Ult
as well.
E.
To see Doran go
End of
7-0
dive.
on an early day. Taric Kalista. Oh yeah.
Taric Kalista? Oh god. They're gonna be like, okay, we can't
Was this
dive,
originally
bet.
an old school Mad Lion spot lane? I want to say it was Kazi.
You know who it was?
It's like,
It was
neither can you, but at the
old
same
road
time, like,
with
the
Moonlight
ult
and
of
Vander.
Taric is
No,
pretty
Moonlight and
long.
Vander, do you remember that
So they
thing?
will be
Vander
able
Mine.
maybe to
Vander
dive
Mine.
even though. It's just like Taric ults
That is old school. Oh,
and
we're gonna get
then
Broken Blades,
Xayah
undefeated
ults
Jax.
and the Taric
So far, undefeated
ults
champions
and
don't have the
like
best track record
1
today.
second after the end of the
But I
Xayah
do
ult.
like
So
the direction that
I don't
G2
really
have gone
know.
for. Like, they've just responded to all of Fnatic's picks. I think both Xayah and Poppy are
Okay,
great into the
Jax against
Kalista,
Gwen.
and then they've decided to pick up the Jax as a skill matchup into the Gwen.
So
None
Taric,
of
I'm
the
going back to Taric,
none
I'm
of
really
the
excited about this.
teams
3
have
picks so far
picked
in
their
major
mid
regions
laners yet.
this year. 0-3.
And their
It's been
junglers
on
as
the
well.
hands and life, and none of them have
So
managed
they're
to
gonna
win
ban
with
each
it.
other's
See, Mickey,
picks,
give me the first
but
to
also
do so.
them
But I
their
wonder
own
if it's
picks.
because they thought that Poppy was a support. Because I think if this Poppy goes into the jungle and you counterpick this Taric with something like a Rakan maybe together with Xayah, I think you can end up with a really strong bot side matchup. Because I think into the Poppy the Taric makes perfect sense. But against
Aurelian
something
Soul
else, like the Taric is
banned.
not something we usually
Makes sense.
see
Makes
at all
sense.
ever.
Really strong
It's
mid
usually
laner.
almost a counterpick against heavy
What
dive
else
bots.
can they actually
Now what's
play
really
in mid
interesting
lane?
is
Let
how
me
the
think.
mid lane has become the
Victor.
focus.
Victor
Orianna
is
gets taken
still
away by G2.
available.
But he's already banned, isn't
They
he?
banned
Nope.
the
Didn't they
Aurelian
play him,
Soul.
or was that?
Of course,
Nope.
Oh,
even
and
though
that was
Caps hasn't
LCK.
played Aurelian Soul in the
Yep.
split, it's easy to forget that he was one of the OG Aurelian Soul
I mean,
players.
Victor is
He
really
was a big
fucking
fan
strong.
of
I
the
think they
rework that
could
Victor
take
now follows
Victor.
through.
Oh,
So we
Victor
are-
banned.
We're
No.
getting very deep into
Sorry.
this mid lane
Died.
war, given that
Can I see a yes?
Azir, Akali, Talia, and Arya already
Ah,
gone.
Can
Now
I
fucking
see a
hate that champ.
yes,
Four
though,
added to
guys?
the pool with
I
Yone
don't know
as
if
well.
it's really matter.
Does he
these
even
days.
ever get
Teams
picked
are
in?
drafting very
I
heavy
think he did
anti-dive
I
get
don't think
picked.
I've seen him play.
which kinda
a
makes
bunch
the
at some
only
point,
mid
but then
lane
I
that
don't think
the
we've
meta
seen it
Silas kinda
recently.
unappetizing to pick right now because you don't want to pick Silas against
But like,
something like a
well, yeah,
Kalista,
Silas
Taric,
is
Gwen,
available.
Or a Poppy, Xayah, Jax. It kinda,
Silas
you
is
really want that
available,
ranged
but
champions,
at the
like
same
Jace, to
time,
me, is like probably the strongest pick
they
around
really
in the
want to
mid lane
pick a
right now.
Silas.
But we're gonna
I
have
mean,
to see what
Silas
teams
with
wanna
the
prioritize,
Taric
because
ult
that
would
means
be
you need an
fucking
AP jungler.
huge.
Interestingly, Mickey actually played
He's got a
lot
few
of
nice
Taric
ults to
Kalista
steal
on
from.
G2 last year.
Rakan. Oh wait. So it's a Rakan support and it's a Poppy jungle.
So it's a combination
Jungle.
we've seen from Mickey plus his bot lane.
Okay,
There's the Rakan, the Poppy
okay.
flanks, great call on that.
Skarner.
Skarner and Hwei.
Hwei, of course, Hwei. I forgot.
So G2 answer?
What did
How
they
will G2
have?
answer that
What did
way?
they
As
have?
you say, Betty, a lot of mid laners already banned out.
Yeah, like it fucking
For a bit of
bro.
magic damage you
No
can find in
Azir, no
G2.
Akali,
Just be
no
Silas.
Ari, no Talia, no Nico, Yone,
Who else does he
Victor,
play?
Oriana, Aurelian Sol,
Annie.
Annie, fuck, Annie. For real? That could be a huge
Really,
combo.
Annie?
Like,
Ugh.
like engage from Rakan into engage from Jax into Annie ult and something like that. Bro, 2.8% big ban rate.
Out of Tibbers and put it elsewhere into
I
Mid to give a more upfront and early game power.
doubtful
As a champion
of
into
the
Hwei,
comp
she's
of
probably not going to do
G2.
that much, primarily just farm.
I am
and
doubtful.
Accept the fact that she gets a little bit outranged in terms of the straight up
We
1v1.
have
but, in terms of the composition,
a
I think
way
G2 have
better
a lot of
comp, I
great team fighting
feel,
tools with the
on
Jax, the
Fnatic's
Xayah,
side.
and the Rakan engage to set up for the Annie follow-up or be the initiator.
To me, this Annie kind of strikes me as a champion where he doesn't want to fight in mid. He wants to fight anywhere that's not mid lane. He wants to either fight in the river or try to kind of hard force that mid lane push and go to the side lanes, because this way will take time to scale up. Sure, he's gonna have kind of control in the lane, but he also has to respect the flashing into the Annie. So hopefully Caps can try to impact Matt more, because in the mid lane 1v1 matchup, it's not really gonna be his place to be.
I mean, when we saw Annie mid a lot at MSI 2023, it was about put Tibbers down, clear the wave, go somewhere, get to another lane, roam around. It's something that you saw at the start of this year as well, and even in the middle of like going into spring, was roaming mid laners, getting to other places. Symbiotic Souls was a big thing in mid for a little while, because it was how quickly can you influence the rest of the map. For Fnatic, the composition a little bit more standard. Lots of damage from top.
I swear, this stadium's gonna be way louder tomorrow with the KC games. KC fans are
The
crazy.
question is, who will take the lead in this best of 5?
Now, I may be overthinking.
John Mayo
But the moment
Bonvoy
we
to
got
claim
into
a
game,
free Hextech
the first
chest
thing
and
Hans
key.
Sommer does
Let
is
me
ping
join
Mickey,
now.
and then he emotes.
Give me the chance
with a bit
to
of a
join now.
laughing,
I mean, they've made it together.
No,
I mean, that's the thing. So
I
I wonder if that's a
missed
bit of a
it.
call out, because of course they do have that
MSI
history together.
season, MSI
Upset now
tickets.
the one
Mid-season.
relative
Oh, let me
Monster.
quickly.
It's
Phone,
exciting
hurry
to
up.
see
Let's see what's on here.
former bot lane brothers going up against
Too late.
one another.
Oh, it's fucking oh, you.
Yeah.
Ah!
We're getting.
It literally came up on my phone and I was about to click the link and then.
So again,
damn it.
I was just about to say Hans Sommer
Tragic.
Rob,
Tragic,
in the
yeah.
2 versus
I
2,
think it's
have
like in
winning on the threats.
China.
We've seen Upset and
I'm not
Mickey
so
having
sure.
to burn summoners early in just the straight
Yeah, I
2v2
think it is.
while
Yeah, I
Hans
think
and
it is.
Lavrov haven't gotten any
I'm gonna
kills,
check right
they've
now.
still been just getting
Because you've got the
defended
next couple
in terms
years
the
of
trading.
Worlds where
Already
it's
here
going
in
to be
game
as
3,
well.
they get
Like
up
it's
to
all
top.
set out, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Upset no flash and the support
Yeah, I
camp,
think it's
I
all
really, my eyes,
predetermined.
these are from the Caps actually saw that. But my
I
eyes are
wanna
on Lavrov
see
right now, 'cause I think
KC
he's the one that makes them
in
make it work.
MSI, and MSI is the top 2 of every region. So, like SCK is probably gonna be HL, Lee, Genji.
Won't find too much more, but the bot lane's
I don't know. T1 are clawing him back behind
to be
HLU,
fair,
so
yeah.
Had a quick look.
Yeah,
gonna be
like,
close to those two, I
Genji
think.
top 1 for sure.
Genji definitely.
But like, I see the it's 11-8 for
T1 and
T1.
The rest of them he's
11 and 5.
11 and 5. Okay, that's way better.
On the tower, it's gonna
11
land the stun.
5.
The bot look for the knock-up. Hans
Ooh,
Sommer down to
great
250
start
HP.
from
Upset getting
Fnatic.
chunked out as well. Eel's still available.
They
for
both did a huge chunk of
It's just
damage to the
doing so
ADC,
much
but Fnatic got as well
If he's
a
able to
lot
get
of
on
damage
top.
on the support.
Of course, once he gets that heal, these trades are going
But
to be
yeah.
so much scarier. Now that
True,
he's ticked
T1
over
is
to
like at
level
a
2,
close third for
looks like
now.
that he has.
Yeah, and then HLE
I
are
think
12
one of
and
the things
4.
people forget about Tarek
12 and
is
4.
when you cast a spell, when you use an ability, your
Hello.
next 2 auto attacks
Hello.
have extra
Farron,
damage and
do you
100%
believe
extra attack speed.
that
So it's
T1
really
has
easy just to hit a
has
stun,
the
walk
chance
up,
of
bump,
getting
walk,
to
walk away.
MSI?
Skewmont. He threw up.
I don't know.
Raptors
That
was strong,
requires them winning
Still has both his
against
buffs up in
either
build, but I think he
Genji
came down here to make
or
sure his bot lane
HLE.
is fine. They're not getting doped by
I mean,
the
if any
starter.
team
Now
can
he's
find a
gonna
way,
back
it
onto
is
the top lane,
T1.
up to Broken Blade.
I mean,
And
they
that
always
means
find a
now
way in
Razork
Worlds.
is almost gonna be finishing
But
his full
is
clear
there
after
a
this red buff.
world
He's gonna have a lot
where
of
they
free
are
time
in
to sit down
MSI?
in this bot lane and make
Maybe.
living a living hell for the G2 bot lane right now, because he's gonna
I haven't really been paying attention to the LCK, so
I will say though, the wave state is
So
really
basically,
good for
Genji
Hans
is
Sommer.
untouchable.
He's got the wave parked in a nice spot.
16 and 0 at the minute, they're
Finds a
insane.
nice trade in the
Yeah.
top lane.
They won against
Yeah.
everyone.
Is undefeated.
They're
Split
like
on the
insane at the
champion.
minute.
And we'll see
Insane in the membrane.
that record.
But HLE, they're
This best
second,
of five. Razzle coming around
and they
just
have
as
like
we discussed.
4 losses
Overall, looks like nothing too crazy is happening.
and
T1 is about to make
12
sneeze, so
wins,
get back to his
and
topside clubs, which again still haven't been cleared out yet.
T1
Sat
has
around there for so long.
5
Now
losses
Razzle
and
can stay
11
here if he
wins.
wants to.
Yeah.
If G2's top 10 is still under threat,
it's
they can
really
still look to
close.
attack this. This does have his red buff up and available. but I don't think he needs to
Okay.
go there if he thinks there's a bot
The
lane
trades are
available.
going in.
Like,
He was looking to burn
T1 are like
I think
G2 though, like regular split, they're never as good as they are in playoffs and stuff.
Yeah, true. Okay, great game.
I remember the Summer Split last year. I thought they weren't even going to make Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I believed. I knew they would. I knew it. They lost only 1 game in Worlds, and that was it.
But that really
Just
stings.
the
That really,
goats.
really stings for G2 because T1 came down
But
here
like,
to defend the
bro,
dive.
I love how
Skipping
Fnatic
is
was
not
World's
like,
buff.
oh yeah, you picked an
Yeah.
anti-diving bot lane? Well, you need the ults, your ults for that. So how about we dive you level 4?
Really, really difficult for the G2
And they
because
did.
Now Fnatic, I assume, is gonna look to bounce this wave and set up a nasty, nasty freeze.
Yeah, I mean, Finn, everything went the way that you expected, and Razork punished appropriately. He's still got his
Okay,
red buff
great
up,
damage
but
on
he's
Caps,
moved back towards his
Caps.
topside camps.
Taking
He's
so
now
much
gonna start
damage,
clearing them out.
Caps.
Meanwhile, Skewmon only
I
just
feel like
now getting
G2's just
back
gonna
onto
lose
his
every game
Raptors
where they're
respawn,
blue
and he still
side, their
hasn't even
red
cleared
side.
either his red or
It's
his
just the
probes yet.
team that is blue
And we
side
see
wins.
actually Fnatic, just like they did game
I
one,
mean,
I shall be
initiating
back. I'm gonna
a
sort out my
swap,
food.
putting
Okay.
their Kalista against this Jax. And I think that's because they believe that the Gwen is gonna struggle against the Jax, and they really want to keep the tempo high on the
I
game
prefer
and try to make
Fnatic's
sure
comp.
the Gwen can farm somewhat.
You can see Brookblade immediately.
I prefer
TP'd down to
Fnatic's
the bottom.
comp.
He knows where he
Oh,
is,
yeah,
where
same.
he's spotted, he knows the matchup he wants. You mentioned
And
it a
he's an
couple
odd
times,
one.
Betty, but he
Yeah,
is
I mean,
currently undefeated on this
2.8%
Jax
win,
split,
like, not pick
5-0
win rate, pick and
with
ban
about
rate.
24% of his team's damage, doing quite a good job on the Jax overall. Caps and Humanoid still trading in the mid lane, but Oscar is definitely the worst for wear in this 1v1.
Even though you have a
One thing I
worse
don't really
team
like about this
comp,
swap though is
and
that
you're
now
not
they
in the
actually swapped
blue
away from
side.
the junglers clear. So
You
even though
can
they
do
are
it,
really
I
strong, they can't
believe.
actually play that aggressive because
Okay.
the jungler's not there. But
Okay,
Six
okay,
Grandmasters
1v2,
coming out,
Broken
trying to
Blade,
trade
is
with
he gonna get away? Is he gonna get away? He flashes out.
Not yet.
Young,
Can't use that impale, and Brookblade will strike his way to
Run
safety.
away,
but
run
now
away
Summoner
for
lost
your
As
safety.
Caps looks for the chase onto Humanoid. There's Tibbers, good pick. The Grim Visage means that Humanoid stays alive. Tibbers here should be able to help clear out this wave. As you can see, he doesn't really do too much damage at the moment.
I will see. That was quite a funny moment of like season 1 champ versus season 13 champ because Wei just feared, did more damage in exchange, and then gave himself a shield, and then was like, cool, nice burst, Danny. Still though, Cap's trying to force the mid laner out, but it looks like G2's looking for a play.
Nice, really nice positioning from
Oh.
Skewmon. Immediately
Oh,
jumps in,
Oscar
dives
in!
onto Oscar and Skewmon
It
was
dies!
waiting in the
1v2
wings,
Razor,
but it's
can you
time
do
to
the
strike
thing? You
back
have a
with
damage, but that's not
Razor.
enough!
Ooh.
Skewmon Survival,
potions
no,
and
Skewmon
he's okay.
saves the life of Broken Blade, that's a 1
Solo
for
kill from Broken Blade coming in.
0.
Really nice play by
Yeah.
him. Holds the counter strike.
Free.
So Oscar kind of thinks he won't go for it, and then he has the max
Nice,
range speed strike
nice,
and gets
that was
the damage
clean.
with the Sheen proc. Really well played by Broken Blade, and he's doing so much in this game. He dodged that first gank, and then was able to play aggressive when his jungler was behind him.
So now we find ourselves in a situation where Fnatic have their bot lane as their core, as their strength, whereas G2 has their top lane as the player that they want to try and play through and continue to get
Bro, I
success
want to
with.
see
Look at the
KC against
advantage
like
that
more
Broken Blade built
international
individually.
teams.
Just under 800 gold. He basically has
I
a
want to
full
see
level over
KC
Oscar.
against
Meanwhile,
like
for
more
Upset, he has about a
Chinese
half a level over
teams
his lane opponent, but it's only about a
and
400
Korean
gold lead,
teams.
and
I
it's
want to
nothing
see
too significant yet. So
KC
G2 setting
Give
themselves
it
up very
to
nicely
me.
here in the early game.
Yeah, and I know that Gwen is a scaling champion, but this matchup does not get easier for the Gwen. Jax also scales immensely strongly into this matchup. He's probably going to roll up with the Mercs later, considering all the magic damage, and is going to be a menace both in the side lane and in the team fights, assuming he can keep his curve going and kind of get his 1 to 2 item spike.
Now that we're 8 minutes into the game, I kind of want to come back to the point about this Kalista in draft, right? Because Kalista lane dominant, the expectation is you should be able to use her well to get leads.
Okay,
Broke's gonna
okay,
jump away
Fnatic,
here.
great, oh my
Razzle
god,
dodging
great
the
timing
Razzle.
from Ansama. Is it gonna be enough? Yes!
To get the root on Upset and Mickey are winning out
I'm
in the
losing my
2v2,
mind.
but haven't got as larger lead
Oh
as they would have hoped.
god.
Brov just
No,
barely
they
getting
keep
away with his
going
life as
while
Cap
Caps
stops
is
and
trying
bursts
to
in
do the
mid lane.
thing. But this bear.
Not gonna get much off the back of it though.
Who
The
wins?
aura damage
One
from
twink
Tibbers,
or
like
a
the
bear?
magic damage it does after you've done the initial burst.
I think
was
the twink wins.
over-halved on the most recent patches. So after the Tibbers comes down, you don't really have much more damage ticking away.
All the grubs are going to be secured by Fnatic. Skewmon is in the area, seeing if there's something that he could maybe steal, maybe a small mistake from Razork that gives him an opportunity to jump in. But unfortunately, without Labrov present, they just don't have the numbers, and Razork will secure those early grubs. Mickey ticks over to level 6, and now they set the sights on the Hans. Hans does not the ult.
There's the dazzle, plays away. Hans Summer
Okay,
underneath
and
the tower,
as
gets
we
the Ruby,
said,
goes for
the
it,
dive
Upset
comes,
flashes forward.
Ezreal,
The base core will be enough
and
to win the
Hansama
round.
dies,
Flash away from Labrov, but the
following
follow-up
up
from
with
Mickey.
Labrov because
will
fucking
pull 2
upset.
kills. And just as I doubted them, the Fnatic bot
Bro,
lane
upset.
comes alive.
Like the fucking the ball lane's so strong.
This bot lane really steps up now, showing why
Like,
they first
Upset
picked
has
this
so
stuff,
much
showing why
mobility
the
that they
priority
can
is so
hit the
high,
stun
and
pretty
showing why
easily.
Upset thinks you should
And
always
at the
ban Kalista
same
against him.
time,
David is down,
they have
Illusion
the
is down, he gets the
ults,
Kalista, and he
and
makes it
God
work.
damn it,
Really nice
dude.
play by both Mickey and Upset, and really taking charge of this game. They were slowly slipping out of their fingers.
Hansama just overstays.
Like,
He's played
Upset
this
is
matchup
probably
before
gonna be the
with
big
Mickey.
guy in
He
this
knows that
game.
without his ultimate, he has to respect
He's
the
gonna
dive.
be
Mickey's
strong.
got his ulti available.
The stun
He connects the
hit
stun,
there.
immediately throws up the ulti, but then they also have the Kalista
fucking
ultimate to
crazy.
reset the tower aggro as well. So they go for the dive, they find the execution onto Hansama. I mean, it's a flawless dive from the Fnatic bot lane.
Yeah.
LeBron is 6 is a very different state of affairs.
Flawless
Double charm
dive
gets them away
indeed.
from his AD carry. The Ren not in range would have changed things immensely.
Man.
8,400.
The only one that has a lead on G2 is Broken Blade.
To not talk about what a split this guy
Come
is
on,
having.
Broken Blade,
Upset,
come on.
Topping the All-Pro, having the absolute time of
Come on,
his
come on,
life
come on.
Fnatic here in spring.
Oh, it certainly is a phenomenal split from him. I think one of the biggest conversations we've had about Upset is his aggression, right? Something that in the
Upset
past
has
he was
been
criticized
really
for.
good.
He has been ruthless with how often he follows up on the engages that we've seen
A
from
great
Razork.
pick
I think we see another
from,
demonstration of if he has trust in his team,
from Fnatic.
that the play is a good one, then he
But at the
is
same time, it's
not
a pick
afraid to
that
make
was
it.
just given away by
Of course, on the
KC
side of
because they were
G2,
like,
bot lane isn't
Kalist.
going well. Broken
Kalist
Blade
the
is having
GOAT.
the time of his life. A 900
They
gold
had
lead
to give it
individually
away.
gave him a 24 CS lead.
Oh, Caps! He just TP'd into the top lane. The rest of his team's nowhere near. Upset cleanses away.
Caps, no!
He perhaps thought the rest of
Caps,
his team would be
you just
close
sat
enough to
there.
follow
Ain't
this
no
up, but he's
way
gonna
you
get chased out by
survive.
Upset.
Oh,
Mickey
unless,
gets
no.
envision in the bush, and
Maybe
then
they can
the
kill
Ren.
at least
Tibbers on
Upset.
chase.
At
The
least
bot coming in
Upset.
as well,
Upset
but he
dies.
doesn't
Please,
manage to
please, Upset,
land the
please die.
knockup.
Thank you,
Skewmon
thank you.
eventually
Give us that
will find it,
shutdown.
and Mickey now
Huge
chasing him.
shutdown
It's
for the
6 times
puppy.
quickness
And
onto
then the
Mickey.
kill's
Zero.
gonna
That's
get
way across the
maybe
line,
a
makes
kill
it
for
fair.
Mickey.
It's
Mickey
agony
dies,
for
yes.
G2.
But at the
They
same time,
managed
they
to
get a
pick
double
up
kill. What the
another,
fuck is
but they
that,
lose
bro?
3 for it.
You just can't
The
get
aggression from
anything.
G2.
They can't get anything for free.
You get the idea,
Come
but they threw
on.
everything
Come
out
on,
of
a
the
little
kitchen
gift.
sink
A
just to
little
kill Upset.
nibble.
So much was spent to try and lock down this AD carry. Oh, Caps also takes a huge amount of damage on the way up. And even though he connects the ulti onto Upset, the immediate cleanse comes through. They don't quite connect the stun with Mickey. But then, like, Caps, he has nothing left in the tank. LeBron arrives, but then the second half
And
of
they're
the fight,
like, okay,
I mean, they just
one
take too long to
death
kill
on
Upset.
G2, but they get finally upset, but they take too fucking long, and at the same time, like, 2 people come in, and they're like 3v3. So now, Skewmon just fucking dies, and they get 2 more kills, so it's like 1 for 1, but then after that, it's like a 2 for 1.
Keep snowballing this game.
And now it's not just Upset who's ahead. Humanoid is 1.5k ahead in the mid lane as well. Upset did die, but he is still an absolute mountain. Even Broken Blade.
Can we keep going this way? Like every team that is in the blue side wins, and blah blah blah, and we have 5 games. Come on, at least give us that. Come
Has to dash
on.
away from the dazzle. Doesn't really have a teammate here to help defend this tower, but Fnatic aren't gonna play
Bro,
forward.
I
Next
fear
race up in a minute
that
50.
I
First one was
I
secured
am
by
so
G2.
sad for the team,
I
but
mean,
like
right now, this
will have to fight G2, no, yeah, G2 or Fnatic after their first win of lower brackets.
Only 13 minutes into the game.
Like, oh, finally we got into the playoffs and we have lower brackets. We won the first game, yes.
Something that G2 will have to try
And then
Azork there with the Imperialist House Impact coming out as well. The Keeper's Verdict used afterwards. Broken Blade going in with the counter-strike, but immediately the Cosmic Radiance used by Mickey to make sure G2 couldn't find any more out of that.
happens.
The ultimate coming in clutch there, and that's another factor when it comes to the team fights. Scumon's ability to just remove people from the fight is very valuable.
Scumon, at the same time, Broken Blade taking a lot of damage. Oh, Broken Blade is done! It's amazing! The combo is gonna be enough to kill Upset, yes! Upset dies! And maybe they can get Mickey. Mickey's got a Stanky. He's doing some damage to Broken Blade, but it's not gonna be enough to kill him. But Broken Blade gets 2 kills. 2 kills. Yes, 3 kills on himself. 1.5k lead. Broken Blade. Broken Blade. But meanwhile, Fnatic, they get a second tower. A tower mid lane. It's the most important tower,
To see that
I believe.
with Labrov and Scumon, and we got to see it there. The
So,
snap
yeah.
engage, knowing that a lot of resources were used. So first of all, Razok uses his ultimate here. Then Mickey uses his
Great
ultimate
ults
right here
away,
as well.
and then they
So
ult
G2 kind
the
of got
thing.
the
So they're
summer
like, oh
spells
my
out
god,
that they
oh my
wanted.
god, Carrick no
Now,
ult,
if Fnatic
maybe.
overstay,
And then
G2
Broken
say,
Blade
hey,
is
we
like,
can play this.
come
They
on,
don't
do
have
some
anything
damage to me.
left.
Do
It
some
looks
damage to
overkill,
me.
but
I like it. And then
Scumon
Unfortunate in.
keeps
No!
Flash down into double knockback. The coordination is flawless.
And then they get like
They
so
the
many
initial kill
damage,
onto Upset. With
and
him
then they
gone,
kill the
damage is
guy,
gone.
and then they win.
The Broken Blade
And
can
then
get
it's so
himself another kill.
cool.
Yeah, and a big gold influx here for the Broken Blade. He's gonna look towards getting that
Is my
Thunder
cast-
Sky really
casting
soon. And when
accurate?
he gets those 2 items, that's when he becomes so unkillable in these team fights. Constantly getting those grass procs.
I think
and
my
those Thunder Sky
casting is
procs.
really
I was
accurate.
sustaining for so long, but my big eyes are still on Caps. He has TP available, and I feel like he's had a pretty quiet game. And I would love to see him try to include himself more in these plays, because the Anna is not really one of those late game scaling champions. You really want to see her make use of that flash cooldown, which is now up and available.
Yeah, as much as G2 won the last fight, Humanoid still managed to take the tier 1 in the mid lane. They still have a 2k lead on Humanoid and on Upset. Like, Fnatic are still in a really strong position. It's just Broken Blade they have to worry about. If he gets on your backline unabated, obviously that's going to be an issue, but you have a few tools to abate him. You have Oscar in diving in response. You have Humanoid with the Grim Visage, that fear, instantaneous to cast. If you jump forward into it, you're just going to be knocked back immediately.
I mean, this is also why we say so much of the responsibility falls on Broken Blade's shoulders, because look at how removed from the game Hansam is. That's the ulti onto Labrov.
Gonna dash
Yeah,
across, and you can see
Labrov is
Humanoid
fine,
waiting for it,
but at
Labrov
what
chunked
cost?
out
The cost
massively
of
there.
this
And this is the
Drake.
thing, right? Quay gets to a
Drake.
point where his range becomes very
Fnatic
difficult to deal with.
already
And
got the
Annie
piece of
loves
Drakes.
shorter range champions because of how quickly she can snap engage onto you, but Humanoid often showcasing that respect and playing at arm's length.
Or not. I'm still looking at Caps TP and Broken Blade's TP because now they're both up and available. And I
a
really do
third-
feel like what is important for G2 to win these
tower
fights is flanks.
for
They can't play
Fnatic.
front to back. They can't go
Fuck,
from the
dude.
normal angles. So they need
3
to get
towers
really
already.
creative with dodging vision, getting from 2 different or 3 different angles together with the Rakan and getting onto Upset. Either one-shotting him or forcing out that Taric ultimate.
Also, the Blighter Duel coming out from Caps, just because there's 3 Merc Treads already on the side of Fnatic. They are very respectful of the CC that's coming through from G2. With the Dragon, of course, gone, Rift Herald becomes the next big objective, and already Labrov is investing vision on the top
Need
side.
to
of
get
the
my
map.
food.
Mickey now making his way up to try and contest some of this vision. It's a bit of supportal combat that we are on our way towards.
Severing Bolt is going to land on Labrov. Ishtar's impact coming in from Razok, but Labrov can just dash away. 2 items already for Humanoid. Has the Horizon Focus and that Balefire Torch.
Well, I guess it's depending on your perspective. AP, it's supposed to do a lot more damage now.
Oh, yes. It does quite a lot. But the problem for G2 is, even though Broken Blade has been in this really strong position, he trades up here with the Grandmaster's Might, the Camp Strike coming out as well. There's the stun, but doesn't really want to follow up. Oscar in and dashes forward. Scumon coming around the side. Broken Blade will look for it. Oscar in and flashes. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Cam's still
great
pushing in.
engage,
Broken Blade
great
almost down.
grab
Strike again.
of
Oscar in and
Humanoid.
back
Broken
forward.
Blade! Broken Blade managed to get a kill. Meanwhile, Humanoid is distracted. Can they get away? Yes, it's just a simple 1-for-1 at the same time. Caps getting at least that tower. Bot lane. Is it gonna be worth it? Yo, Skumons misses his ult. Fuck. Fuck, dude. Fuck. Oh. Okay, they just get a tower for a tower. It's fine. It's alright. Only a 3.5k lead is not too much. They can get back into it. The TP from Caps. He has an ult. He's ulting. Oh my god, he's doing it. But at the same time, they just have the ult and they can get away and they can just take too many damage. But it's gonna be enough. Okay, nobody is fine. What the fuck is going on? Mickey dead. Mickey dead. Okay, Broken Blade. No, Broken Blade, no! Broken Blade! Come on, maybe they can get Ulster in. Maybe they can get him. I don't think they can, but maybe. Who knows? No, he just gets away. Oh, does he get away now? Does he? Bonk! Yes! And finally they have the lead of the number of kills. Does that mean anything? No. Does that mean anything? No. But what it means is that they can kind of chill a little bit. They kind of like mitigated the loss here.
Slightly kiting back, but now suddenly all the CDs are gone and now G2
okay. Bro, Broken Blade not being able to kill Upset there, that was so fucking sad. If he killed Upset, that would have been so fucking worth it. So fucking worth it. But they did get a shutdown here and there. The gold lead on Broken Blade still fucking huge. Still fucking huge. Human as well has a pretty decent lead. Yeah, I think G2 is slightly better off right now than they were before. They're getting back into the game. I believe they can do it, even though I think their comp is slightly worse.
Leading that second item is a big pickup for him, but the Void Staff finish for Caps is going to give him a lot more burst.
Yeah, and look at the
Okay, great engage. Humanoid is in danger, but not that much. Broken Blade tried to engage on the guy, couldn't really do that, and he's the one getting engaged. He takes so much damage. Oh, Broken Blade dead. Broken Blade dead. And what does that mean? That means that the big problem, the big guy from G2, he's just gone. He's not a problem anymore. He's dead. That means they can just go ham, get the attack, win the team fight, win the game, get it worlds, win worlds, finally bring the cup home. That's what they can do. Just because they kill Broken Blade. That's how it works. That's how it works.
From Humanoid, they could not quite lock him down.
And I was gonna say that Fnatic had no flashes, so there was a really good time for G2 to fight, but they go a little bit too deep. They're a little bit too overzealous, and he can't dive through all that AoE damage from this wave. He got so much damage out there.
It's also the position you're fighting in. This is such an easy choke for Humanoid to land spells, right?
Skumon there, not Skumon. Broken Blade, he tried to go a bit too far there, and he just took so much damage. And poof, gone. And then like, oh my god, baby gone, baby gone, baby gone. And then they kill everyone.
Timbers don't do enough to stop Upset from pursuing.
They kill everyone.
And it's a 2 for
fucking
in the favor of Fnatic.
No, dude, no.
And notice how every time G2 find a fight, it feels like the gold barely shifts.
Yeah.
But Fnatic win one fight, now they've gained 2k more. 4.3 now the difference between them. Third item very close to being completed from Humanoid. The third item being worked on by
Ooh, great engage on Humanoid. I think he dead. Yes, he dead. Shut down. Shut down, and that's 1k. 1k gold.
Yeah, that was a pretty good
1k gold.
A much needed
For
pick as
Handsome.
well. Nicely played from G2. And
I
again,
am back.
this cast
By Mutuality.
You did.
But I can respond if need be.
You didn't miss much. Every time G2 gets something, then Fnatic gets something back, then G2 gets something back, and then the yeah. And you're like, and at any situation, Fnatic still has the lead, and they're really scary. But at the same time, sometimes G2 gets them stuff, even there. Who knows? Maybe they can win the game.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Ruden's been kicked from the server.
Who? Oh, Rudon? Okay.
Yeah. He had anti-Semitic things in his status and cover photo.
Oh, okay.
He had an X and it was said no to Jews on his status.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Very true.
Timo messaged me like a couple of days ago being like, you have him in your friends list common as me. And I don't know who that is, and I'm like, I don't know either.
Yeah. We've played League with him, I know that much.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
Baron spawning in about a minute and a half. Fnatic, they've largely left the top side of the map open, allowing Caps to get that push through. Mid lane waves continue to be caught as Fnatic get deeper into G2's bot side jungle.
Look at the flank wards though. There's a couple of wards behind Fnatic here and double TP available to G2.
Oh, as you say,
coming around. There's the TP coming out from Caps as Skumon looks for the chase. Humanoid knocked up, has no flash. The charm onto Humanoid as well.
And then we are invincible now. But Broken Blade still alive. He's taking a lot of damage. Can Broken Blade do anything? No, he can't do anything. He's cancelled. Cancelled online, I'll tell you. And then Fnatic just get a free fucking ace. No, never mind. They don't get a free ace, they get the ace at the cost of Humanoid and Upset, and they don't even get the ace. Oh, maybe they do, maybe they do, maybe they do, maybe they do. Okay, Skumon's just, he's dodging the spells. Oh my god, he's doing the things. It's not a perfect ace. But still, dude, like, it feels like the fights are so fucking easy for Fnatic. Just need to ult.
Look at the Taric but
on the Taric.
Just
need to ult.
He's gonna pull in Mickey and land a massive knockup on the entire team.
And then, like, do the CCs and let's Upset be upsetting.
Massive circles, and Fnatic just can't do no wrong.
Because G2 have gone so deep, Hansama never really gets the opportunity to join the fight. Oscar in and jumps on him immediately, and that shred that we talked about with the Xayah with 2.5 items just wasn't there. Upset at 3 items now. Humanoid on his way to his 4. They are so strong. Oscar Rinin has taken a gold lead over Broken Blade, about 800 gold ahead right now, and is at 2 items himself as well. Broken Blade now relegated to bot lane duty, 2 levels behind his lane opponent.
I'm pretty disappointed that Broken Blade didn't go for the Mercury Threads, as I call out, because I think this game against the Skarner with all the CC and there's so much magic damage, I think he really wants them in those team fights, because it becomes so easy to lock down if that way he connects or the Taric stun. It just becomes so hard for him to get out of that stun. So kinda he needs that Witsen now, which gives tenacity, but I don't think he can afford to buy it because he also wants the Sonias.
Take a breather as G2 look to rally their forces.
Kill a minute again, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
After we went 1-1 for the first 7 minutes, I didn't feel it was going to be this bloody.
Yeah, I mean, G2 have been doing their best to respond to a lot of the plays that Fnatic are making on the map. You recognize the TP well, Medic, and I think that those are the type of plays G2 have to try and force. Give the Annie an angle to connect that CC onto the backline, but there's a reason why Mickey's Taric has such an incredibly high win rate, and it's because of his ability to find ways to protect his team, and he's doing a great job so far.
Just feels like G2 is stuck. They just can't get anything. I mean, they get engaged there, but then Labrov gets trapped, and like, I don't know. Like, what could happen? The best case scenario, they managed to kill Mickey before he ults. If they do that, then they can do something. Maybe.
It looks like Oscar is going to take the dragon by
But
himself.
at the same time, Upset is so fucking strong that just the longer he lives, the harder the fight gets. And the 3 Drakes for Fnatic, 3 Drakes.
So now what's gonna happen naturally is that while Fnatic now does the Dragon, they're then gonna shift their focus towards topside, and that is where G2 will try to punish them
Look
afterwards.
look at Caps right now.
Upset takes the safe-ish route around. Mickey and Razork there to help him out. Scumon's going to try and steal away this blue. There's control ward in the bush, but Fnatic don't overset. They don't try and gain control of something that is not currently theirs. They'll reset after taking that dragon.
3.8k lead.
Stop there.
It goes down and goes up and goes down and goes up and I don't know what's going on. Who's winning, who's not? I would say Fnatic is winning, but at the same time, I don't know, I feel like there still is this glimpse of hope. Glimpse of hope from G2. They're starting the Baron. Can they do the Baron before the team figures out they're doing the Baron? I don't think they can. But are they gonna be able to finish the Baron? They do have a Hansama, which is a free smite. Yes, yes, they got the Baron. G2, this is your time. You can come back. You can come back into the game. You can do your things. No, no, Broken Blade, no, Broken Blade, no, Broken Blade. Get away, Broken Blade, no.
To the rest of G2. The Dazzle doesn't proc. Broken Blade will die. Side lane push with the Baron now stymied for G2.
I mean, it's definitely a misplay from Broken Blade, but the Baron itself, great awareness from G2. A lot of Fnatic members were resetting, and even if they wanted to, there wasn't really an angle for them to retaliate in response to the Baron being started, and then to add insult to injury, the Poppy ultimate too. Now it's Caps who finds himself in some danger.
Dodges away from the Severing Bolt, but here comes Oscar. Tim is down. Humanoid almost falls alongside it. Tim's going to try and chase him out. Caps with the sun onto Oscar
Caps dies, and Humanoid doesn't even die, and at the same time the fight in the mid lane, what's going on? Razork is not even going to die. Upset is just going to upset the whole thing. And then they just get away. Fnatic gets a kill in the top lane, while G2 just loses almost the fight on the middle.
Humanoid almost dying, but actually the feat of strength boots kind of saved him with a little bit of extra shield, and the Gwen cleanly picks up the scraps.
I mean, Oscar is so strong in this game right now. We talked about how weak he was in the early game. Now at 1.2k gold lead, highest level in the game at 17 as well. Really, a lot of it comes down to whether G2 can play through Hansama, who seems to be their power point right now. Kalista obviously still does a lot of damage as the game goes on, but doesn't scale as strongly as something like Azaya in the pure team fights, unless you can position exceptionally well, and that's going to be really hard to do into a Poppy, into an Annie. There's so many tools at G2's disposal to shut down upset. So I feel it's much more about Humanoid and Oscar in now for Fnatic.
I feel like Fnatic just struggles to get past the 5k lead.
Of the game,
even though they have that huge lead, they just can't seem to get the bigger lead.
We're just getting another fight.
Oh wait, okay, Hansama dodges the ult, but just Broken Blade just fucking dies, and it's over. It's over. It is over.
I mean, it's
G2 got the Baron for nothing.
To 2 on the back line. Broken Blade immediately gets targeted and shut down. Again, though, Fnatic can't really convert this into much, because we were just saying there's no objectives on the map. All of the out of towers have largely fallen. I mean, they have fallen. And so, what is there really for them to play for other than securing that pick? The ultis should be back available. I guess the good news is a little bit more gold means that that is a Jack show completed for Upset.
Yeah, Jack show is really good actually together with the Terminus, because the Terminus actually gives you bonus resistances, and the Jack show kind of amplifies that. So while it looks kind of troll to buy a Jack show without any other tank item, it kind of gets amplified by the Terminus. Really good pickup by Upset. But the player I'm looking at right now for G2 to make an impact is Scumond. I think his keeper's verdict is the thing that can make or break a team fight that G2 can kind of come back into the game with.
And Fnatic definitely in the lead in this game. They have it in the palm of their hands. Next Drake up in 30 seconds would be Ocean Soul for them, which really sways the way a team fight might go. G2, question is, I mean, they've been fighting back since minute 1 in this game, it feels. Only Broken Blade really had that early lead, but they have fought back pretty valiantly. Fnatic, they just want to do things simply. They just want to be able to close it out from here.
G2 really want to be cautious about how Hansama doesn't have his ultimate available. It's very close to being back up, but they really need to avoid taking too much damage. They want to gain access to the dragon, but we find ourselves in a similar position to what happened in a previous game where it's Fnatic with full control over the mid wave. G2 is funneled into that lane, and they don't have deep flanking walls to leverage this time around.
They have to give it. They can't walk through this chokehold. There's no way they can do it.
I mean, they can try.
Come on,
Whether or
this
not
fight's
they'll be
gonna
successful
start.
is
You're
an
gonna
entirely other
die.
matter.
Scuba, get away. Go, Scuba. Okay, okay. He gets one person. Oh my god! Oh my god, the T-Burst! The T-Burst! Can they kill Razor? I don't think they can. Razor's too fucking tanky, dude. Get away! Yes, they can! They can! Secret! They get the trade! That means they're not over! They're alive! They're fucking alive! Damn it!
I say they couldn't walk through it, and I genuinely believed it. But the fact that Skuma removed the key player of their comp means they can just walk through, and Caps find a massive timbers. They stop the dragon, and they stall out the game for a little bit longer.
My biggest question mark is they just stood around the Jax. You'll notice that Broken Blade actually
Broken Blade managed to do the stun, and then like, oh my god. Sheesh, G2 still alive, still standing. I'm still G2. Yeah.
The bush while their Gwen is hitting the dragon. Either you commit to the dragon or you commit to the turn. But they were so desynchronized. So while
Comeback is real, lads.
the Gwen was so down, she was a screen away, hitting the dragon, using all their spells on it, and she was not in the fight. It was technically
Then you should know that I'm still G2.
And now they have a
And
solid
they
foot
fade
once again in this
away.
game.
It's a banger.
Don't you know? I'm still
G2. Skewmon tries to steal away the blue, can't do it. Sephiroth's pressing for the movement.
Beating on Fnatic.
Fnatic jungle, but
Looking like a comeback is real.
put down before a fight really begins. He is
Feeling like a
incredibly
little
strong spot on this way.
bitch.
Rabadon's Void Star, Horizon Focus.
I couldn't think of a word.
so
Getting on a
powerful.
little
G2
lead.
snap engage, not as strong as they would like. It's very much about
I'm
the tibbers.
still
If you get in range
G2
with that,
after all
and he
this
has the Grenade
split.
Styles impact, but can't quite get close enough to Skewmon to lock him down. Where are we in terms of flashes? Well,
But will
Caps
we
has no
be knocked
stuns,
into
Fury
the
doesn't
lower
have his flash.
bracket?
Caps has no flash, and Hansama has no flash, but Hansama always has that Feather Storm to get himself out of a heavy situation.
Bro, I love that I'm recording this.
Nice on Caps flash for me. This is the summoner spell that's
You
just
like
came
my
up,
channel
and I think
casters
it's
at
gonna
home?
be the most
I was like, I wanna keep like putting random games that I record and stuff.
So aggressively.
I check on one of the games. There was like KC Vitality. Oh wait, caps. Broken Blade get the kill. I don't know how can he do that. And now they're pushing the Pokeball lane. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, G2, okay, I believe. G2. Are they just finishing the game? G2 are finishing the game?
They just gotta keep distracting.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Yeah, let's go G2!
Oh my god! Are they gonna be able to finish the game? Oh my god!
No fucking way. G2!
They're still G2 after all this time! Oh my god! Yes! G2
That's
and 1!
insane. G2 and 1.
And
I'm
back.
Welcome back.
Oh my god, everybody has their cam!
Yeah.
I can't have mine because I'm recording my I'm recording the LEC.
Wasn't it Munich?
Munich.
Anyway.
There we go. Montpellier was the year before.
Okay, do we believe in G2 winning 3-1?
After that last game, yes, absolutely.
What was the score? What did they win that game?
Yeah!
Yeah, they Caps and Broken Blade were pushing bot, and the other three G2 members won 5v3 and just kept distracting them, stopping them back, and got the 8.
Hansama
And they won.
clutched the
Yeah.
last fight. Dude, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Really? And I missed it.
Irish,
Yep.
are you eating saucisson?
I don't know.
No, it's not saucisson.
Yeah, what is it?
Hans
What's your Dutch version?
traditionally
It looks like
wasn't
chorizo.
much of a Kaiser player.
It
I
won't
mean,
be
this year
chorizo.
I think he's evolved so much.
Yeah,
Chorizo.
the packaging looks like
Kaiser, they've
chorizo,
become
indeed.
staples of his pool now. But traditionally,
so
you always associated him
it'll
with
be the
being
Dutch
tight
version.
ends,
I was
Kaiser,
going to get
Draven, basically
chorizo,
misfortune, stuff that would kill
chorizo,
the lane, his go-to.
but
In contrast,
I
to
cannot
Hugo,
eat it like I'm
might not see
eating
it much now, but it
this,
used to be one
Okay.
of his
because
I
it's
can.
It was something that
just
many
too
teams
much.
actually feared
Yeah.
actually about
But
The
this
best thing about
Yeah.
chorizo is when you're cutting it up to go in the food you're cooking and just eating chunks of it as you go.
It looks a lot like saucisson, I'm just gotta say.
It's a Spanish
It's the same type of thing.
Yeah, it's like it's a cured sausage. Yeah.
Spanish wet, you say?
I would eat saucisson like
Oh,
this.
so it's basically the same as chorizo. It just hasn't got
yeah.
the spicy, like the spices. It's more of a plainer.
Yeah.
It looks like a fat salami, pepperami rather. A big pepperami.
I actually don't know what the difference is, but I like it and I eat it. I prefer it with truffle in it, but they do not have it with truffle where I live.
They ain't that fancy where you live.
I prefer my cured meat with truffle.
He's won a title, he's grown so much.
Matthias, stream.
I prefer my
Yeah,
cured
wait,
meat
fuck.
wrapped in £50
And I'm
notes.
really excited
So,
to see how it
I forgot the stream.
Oscar winning out the
So,
early trades in the top lane
who
on
do
that
I
Camille. Last time
like
he won on
more
this
in terms
pick
of
was back in
com?
2024 at MSI against
I
Esports.
am...
G2 by far.
On the day. Has
I
been a while
don't-
since
I don't like the
he's
Nico
bringing it out
or the
there.
Camille.
I mean, I understand that they have like a bit, they have a lot of like squishy members in Fnatic compared to G2.
But there was 40 bans this game, wasn't there? So
Yeah.
And getting those quicker, shorter trades.
Yeah, and I feel like it's I mean, the fact that broke him that went Doran.
Yeah, no, I definitely
they
like
went
G2's
three,
comp.
yeah.
I don't know, the Nico's pretty good because G2 has a low damage mid laner, which means that they can just Camille ult the Hansama and then send the Nico ult into the cage. And she can't do anything
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
They do have a good wombo combo. Then you've got obviously the Oriana ult on top as well.
Yeah.
It's just individually G2 team is better. Like,
I swear late game Hansama just doesn't get to play the game because you just put the Ori ball on Camille
Yeah,
and
but
have him
he
ult
has-
Hansama.
but he has so much peeling as well. Oh my god, Scumon's getting in there. Nope.
Yeah, but
Just
you
a
can't
flash.
you can't peel a Camille ult. Everyone gets shot to the outside, don't they?
Esports fan Trundle.
Apart
No,
from the
yeah,
target.
yeah. But like, the Camille gotta be able to engage and one shot alone.
Makes that Oriana obviously a lot.
But she doesn't have to
I
one
guess,
shot
like,
alone
I mean,
because
it's
she'll
not
have
alone
the
if everybody's there, but like, if she wants to reach the Kesa, she gotta do the dash on her, and the
Yeah.
others have to engage as well.
get in the
And I
way.
guess only upset rather could engage, maybe.
I
Maybe
suppose,
could be
yeah,
like
she's-
an Oscar engage and then upset helps and then it boom. But I
I
don't
suppose
know.
her second dash has to go between Galio, Trundle, and Leona to find the Hansama. But she just needs to get close enough. It just needs to go within ult range.
Oh BB, oh BB, come on BB. Ah,
Come on, baby.
Relatively effectively, Oscar is still
come on baby.
But I'm not in a
Broken
game.
blade, broken blade. We're watching.
Irish, not you.
to get all the way up here and make sure
Not
the
you, Irish.
I mean, you'll be calling me baby soon.
away from broken
It's 6 days time.
He needs
Irish, you're not an LEC player yet.
maybe to get that level 6.
Oh god!
Oh,
Yo! He still gets the kill.
Let's go.
Cubo gets the assist. But like, that was clean, dude. That
What
was
did he just
clean.
get the assist? Oh, it was a pillar.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah,
I mean, I
okay.
don't know if it was the pillar or this the dome or something, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. The meanwhile, Fnatic gets a Drake.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that Nano doesn't really invest more into
Yeah,
his
I'm
top
sorry, I
matchup
was
because
yawning at the same
Broken
time.
Blade traded like that because he knew his
Amateur.
jungler was coming.
No
But
worries.
meanwhile, Oscar traded that, but Grasshopper is going the other side of the map.
That LeBron is behind him. Humanoids use the shockwave.
Good
LeBron
buffer.
needs to get his way out of here. Does still have the flash, has the aftershock as well for a little bit
What was
extra
your
damage.
out?
As Drake goes over to
Oh, LeBron.
Oh,
LeBron. What is that? Did he switch up into a minion to have a
Yeah.
smaller hit behind?
I think so, yeah.
That's the
Did he?
craziest dodge
I did not agree
I've
with that
ever
re-engage
seen.
from LeBron, but
Also, is there a small amount of like invulnerability as you're changing? Because I swear I saw a YouTube short this morning where someone was Cyan ulting at a Nico and they seemed to go straight through it as they
Oh,
changed.
maybe.
No,
maybe.
because Sion goes through minions.
Yeah, maybe it's because
Oh,
of that.
okay,
Yeah.
right. Oh, so okay. So it wouldn't apply there, but that was genius then.
That's so
Nico
funny.
The more you mock me, the more I'm going to mill you with mines the next time we play Magic, man.
Broken Blade, I mean, he's just comfortable.
What else? Like, I remember this one other interaction with Nico. I don't remember. I remember that if like Silas tries to steal Nico, like Nico ult, but then the Nico is transferred to a minion, he does not steal anything.
Okay.
I mean, you talked about it, Finn.
I saw it in the LPL. I saw a clip of it the other day. Silas stole an Ornal and killed both the carries with the initial part of the Ornal, where he pulled it through before he knocked it back out.
It's so unfair that the kind of fact that Silas gets AP scaling on results, which are literally
On every
designed,
ult, yeah.
yeah, which are literally designed to not have that scaling. Like Tristana's alt scaling, Ashe's alt scaling for AP, they keep it because they know, you know, it's not designed for you to actually build AP.
That's funny.
Yeah, Silas can do more damage with a Jhin ult than Jhin can.
Even a Jhin ult?
Yeah, Jhin ult, everything has AP scaling with Silas's ult.
Oh, of course, right, yeah.
Skewmon wants to play. Does do them very quickly, obviously, with that frozen.
Why is my camera this much
You know, I never
overlighted?
tested it. I do want to see like what is the interaction. Does Ashe hit minion Nico or not with her ult?
Oh, I guess not then. It's Cyan.
No, no, it goes over.
For the W max.
That's great dodge.
Does that mean if you turn into a ward as well, you can dodge this stuff?
I remember him flashing over
Probably. They're usually like so slow.
I would love it if when Nico turned into a blast cone, the first time you hit him, he got blasted. Everyone got blasted.
I like that in Arena, Nico can change into pillars.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
That's great.
They would have preferred to have
She also can change
Oh,
into the
look,
plant.
now we match.
upset, but
Yeah, yeah.
at least getting that kill is something.
We all actually quite match
Yeah.
in this game.
We're all purple.
Oscar still finds himself in a very difficult lane matchup. That eclipse
There.
item grows ever closer for Broken
Are you
Blades.
there, Amy?
All caps. He's now the target.
Yeah, I'm just eating.
Oh, I'd say, did you see what top I was wearing today?
Oh, no.
It's a Star Wars Christmas top. It's stormtroopers in Santa hats.
Of course, it looked very awkward because
Wait, let's see.
he thought that the shockwave would
Right,
interrupt
oh,
and
right.
then connect.
How do I
but,
get it back to the
unfortunately
grid?
for him, Caps was still able to
That better?
disengage.
There you go.
Walks away with his life.
No, wait, I'm
He's
for
not
some
on
reason,
your webcam yet.
He's having technical difficulties. Give him
I
a.
am.
He's old.
For
He's
some
old.
reason, when I was watching the stream,
Oh.
I just saw the stream and my camera. Oh, very nice.
Just doing it. And did you ever get them in the end? I'm wearing the on. You can't really
No,
see the
because it
names.
fucking... Cause it,
Oh, it did
I
fuck
tried
up
it
in the
once
end.
and yeah, and I can't remember if I fully checked. I don't think they did charge me, but
Kind of how game 3
Ah.
started.
I can be bothered to... I don't know, I think I might have tried to go through the thing again. I couldn't be bothered.
I'm still waiting on
I
my
don't,
ink.
I don't have enough problem with my current underwear to be bothered to go through that thing.
I have a problem with your underwear.
Yeah, fair
It's
and
not. It's not on my bedroom floor.
controlling.
No, my problem is it's not on my bedroom floor.
So a bit of
I
an
mean, some of
overstay
it
there
could
from
be.
G2, but the
Oh.
plan was solid. Ultimately, it's unlikely to result in
I'll go
anything
to sleep
significant
cuddling them.
because there's not really much on the map for them to
I don't feel bad for that, Ash.
in about 20 seconds time, but
Bro, Broken
we're seeing
Blades
the
is
top lane matchup by staying
cracked
corrected.
this
This, I
game.
think
He's
that's
gonna be
Yikes.
really strong, one-shot everybody.
Because he's the top father.
Oh god,
Oh, my caps.
Yikes, my minion.
Do a tower dive and it becomes the cannon minion. And because of the cannon minion has that increased protection from
Please
tower
don't
shots,
be
you can
craps
tank
this
a
game.
lot of them back to back to back. And the tower dives is so easy because of that.
Okay.
Really well played, really good understanding of Nico
I
mechanics,
believe.
and really nice
Wait,
play.
Oh wait, you can transform into a cannon minion, and they have. But I understood what he said correctly. Cannons have enhanced defense against cannon shots, so if you shoot a champ under tower when you're cannon, you can tank a shit ton of shots.
Yeah, I remember them doing that with like...
That's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
The trick was like made at some game at some point where he would like turn into a minion to tank for the dive.
Radiance on caps and a Triforce now for Skewmond. Very strong on this Trundle, especially if he's leading up into the Sejuani. As he can steal away those stats with the Subjugate. Labrov and Mickey on the top side of him.
I have no mana.
This build is normal for the Trundle. I don't think I've seen
I know
Triforce
mana.
in the jungle for a long time. Usually you see the tanky builds for the Trundle, but I really like this Trinity Force. It's gonna be
Is
there
that an
already
Hyper
okay.
X Cloud Alpha you have, or like
Oh,
Cloud
there's no
Sur,
mark on
their
the
headsets?
idea.
It
His long
is
range.
indeed.
Cloud, yeah, because I know it's Hyper X. I know I have like a similar headset.
Oh, wait, I am
but
marked,
I know
though.
it's like the same
Yeah.
thing.
He's coming, he's coming.
I can unplug my.
Oh, you don't want to go that way, baby.
I can
The
unplug
main
my.
problem is it's wired, so I'm just fucking...
I mean, it is wired as well for me, but I can unplug the wire. It just doesn't work, but I can unplug the wire and I can unplug the mic as well.
I mean, I can unplug the wire, but then I can't hear you.
Yeah, same,
Really
same.
can't hear me.
Go for this fight. They read
Yeah.
play and they
God
punish
damn it.
perfectly.
Well, then what's the point?
But in general, I think
I'm missing every
But
cue,
the
my
fact I can
god.
unplug the wire doesn't really help.
Mine are hitting the
So
sun.
the point of having a wire you can unplug is that it's better for packing the thing, and also
Oh,
if
for transport,
the
yeah, yeah,
wire
yeah.
breaks, then you can buy a new wire instead of buying the whole headset.
Yeah, no, that's fair, that's fair.
So yeah.
Humanoid arrives as well. The shockwave is going to connect onto two,
Replay.
and that makes it easy for the return.
The fuck happened? We were talking about headsets. No, Fnatic got more kills. No. Should have focused on the game.
Some solo queue Trundle builds at least. Skewmond always goes for this Triforce. Triforce into Unending Despair.
I was too distracted by how handsome you guys are.
People are still building the Triforce. Some skies.
Webcams are distracting me.
So that
Close
tanky build
Discord.
does still
Yeah,
possibility.
right.
It also,
No.
Gosh, I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
actually
love you,
okay.
dinosaur.
This Trundle, if he ever gets a big tempo lead and can just hit the tower for like 15 seconds, he will destroy any
Oh,
structure that stands in his way.
get away. Ansama, no,
Ansama, who's locked up in the Hexa
no.
ultimatum. Humanoid will take down the bot lane tower while this is happening. So Fnatic
The ult
find
of
the tower,
Camille is
find
so
the kill, and they're
strong.
looking for a little bit more.
for
Justice
that.
comes away from the glacial
You
prison. They won't
did
be able to take
say
down this
that it
full
would
tower in
happen,
mid.
but I forgot
Importantly,
about the
G2 didn't
non-team
continue to
fight.
push out the top side, so they're not knocking on that tier 2
The
yet.
game is not all
What I
about
think
team
is
fights. They're
interesting
not playing
about
ARAM, they're not playing
now
Brawl,
is
the
that
new game
I'm
mode.
sure
Oh my
you
god,
found
so
yourself
cool.
in this position before where it might
You
seem
think
I
they'll
really
let
like
Brawl
it.
at NSI?
cross map.
Oh,
It now actually
that'd be
provides you
cool.
with a lot of space.
That would be
So
cool.
Camille can now
Brawl
actually be given a lot of
MSI
freedom.
feel is
Fnatic,
trash.
if they're smart about how they play fights, it's very easy for Oscar to come back in the game. The same way that Hans did in the previous game. Just utilizing the open map, catching safe
What's
farm,
funny is
and progressively
Brawl is
returning
in
back into the
blind
game.
mode
it's
as
the same
well.
way
Like
Oscar
you
did.
you
He
choose
was
your characters
he was
before.
1,500 goal behind and
The
managed
game,
to
and
get
you
back
don't
to
even
about
see people
1,500 in the
play
lead.
like
I
who they
mean,
play.
a general rule of thumb
So,
is that if you have one lane
Killest
that's
would be
just
the only
leading
bans.
constantly in a 1v1 scenario, you wanna
Yeah, it'd be only the champs that were picked in game 1 can't be picked in game 2, I guess, rather than.
two-lane map. So anytime you play the map on 2 lanes, anytime the enemy goes to hit the tower on one
I
side,
really hate this
hit it on the
chair.
other side.
Wait,
So therefore,
Gana's
you're
got
always
Hollow
trading
Radiance
equally,
first, and
while
Price
your
is
top
going a
laner or
crit
AD carrier that's suffering in a 1v1 is not bleeding gold.
So they don't
every
really
single
have any
wave.
AP damage.
That matchup remains the same.
My general rule when one of my lanes is struggling, if I play
Yeah.
jungle, is dip the entrance. But apparently
Okay,
there's a slightly
Caps
different
is
mentality
gonna
as
die
Caps is called out.
again. No,
Skewmon is
maybe
here to help
not.
him. He'll pop
Maybe
the
he
blast
gets
code for
away
Caps
by
to
the
get him
power
over
of the plants.
towards where the wolves usually
Nature.
sit.
That's how
He'll
race go.
escape. Caps did have to burn his flash. The
Nature
shockwave was used by
saved
Humanoid, but that will be
Caps'
back up.
By the
life.
power
Relatively
of
short.
friendship.
But ultimately, this is
Yeah.
the good news for
Got
Oscar.
back.
Is that they
Hard
find
card.
themselves in a similar position where the
Yeah,
rest
the
of
heart
team
of the
is
cards,
doing
yes.
very well. Of course, the last time the
I would like to
That was a
see
flash from
esports
LeBron.
in like
I'll be back.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
For the
Like
solo
the
player.
online
Get it.
version.
Skewmon chasing forward, gets the pillar of ice down, but no real follow-up. from the
Probably
rest of
wouldn't get
G2.
anything that's
After
happening.
Lebrov has used his engaged tools, it becomes a little bit trickier for them to actually find a way to get into a fight.
GT just went 5 people to mid lane, but there wasn't
They
really anything
stopped
to
my
fight
bloody
for. So
back.
Celtics just,
How
like,
dare
chilling
they.
there, hitting the wave,
How
and just
bloody
kinda
dare
looking
they?
at
What the hell? That's
Caps
so
is there,
bloody
Broken was
bloody.
there, but the objectives
I
they
know,
spent for
right?
30 seconds, so now
Fuck
they're
you, bloody, bloody.
while
No,
GT
not
just
bloody,
close
bloody.
lanes, now they start objectives because they
I love that
already
name.
On tonight for the
worked so
picture
hard to
by
get.
start to
Drake is
kill.
up in a second's time. Be the
Bloody,
second of the
bloody,
game
bloody.
for either of the two teams.
Bloody,
No,
bloody,
no,
bloody.
no,
bloody,
no,
bloody.
no.
Fnatic, you
Where's-
can see
where's
Skewmon
that?
making his way down towards that dragon right
That's-
now.
It's Mario.
Yeah, it's Mario, yeah.
Ba, 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 ba,
In the bush next to where the
Bloody,
wolves
bloody,
are.
bloody.
For Fnatic. So if Fnatic do want to
From
fight
Kali
this,
should
which
be
it looks
here.
like they do with Vazzle
Yeah,
coming
Kali's
across.
bot.
Skewmon has to back away. Caps also needs
She's
to
backing
retreat, doesn't have enough vision in that river to really give himself adequate safety.
Finish your
Yeah,
food.
I think
Finish
this
your food.
Camille just really wants
Finish
to
him.
save ourselves for a
Ah.
bit longer.
That's a bit too finished.
So
It's a bit too much finished.
It has to be either when the Camille is coming from a weird angle
Proceeds to
or just
become
preferably without her at all.
citizen in Finland.
Ooh.
Yikes. I'm actually missing all my shots.
Oh,
Oh, he's one shot.
Why do you want to hide? It's not possible. People have
Wait,
tried before.
Why is this best to? Why is this best to
Standing
5?
in there and eating it.
Chaos.
Oscar
Hey,
like one food sir can upset
This is
not
quite
get
late in the
back.
fight.
Nope, first game.
So who did?
What
Oh,
a
fifth.
crazy exchange. As
He
Ryan
doesn't.
said, Fnatic
She hasn't
small
used her
advantage
ult
game
yet.
for Fnatic.
Tomorrow is
She-
first versus third, which is KC Koi. And then Monday is the winner of this game versus the winner of that game.
That is a very short playoff, so fair enough. Fair play.
There's only 6 sides, I think. Was there only 6 teams?
Yep.
Oh.
So what they
Yeah.
did is that I think because they made like all the regular season BO3, they were like, we're not gonna have time to do a regular playoff with like 8 teams, so we're gonna have only 6, and we're gonna do only
Yeah, I think
BO5s.
they were just a little bit too.
Oh, wait, my fourth shot.
Once again, I think
And yeah,
Hansama
that's
is
what's
there,
happening.
and Caps can actually like go for an aggressive play there.
So
and go
basically,
in,
like, the
and
team
actually
that
have some
wins
damage to
today
follow up, that would be
goes
decent,
against
but
the team that
because
wins
they were
tomorrow.
just 3 people, and the people
And
were
the first team that
Leona,
loses,
Trundle, Galio, they just don't really have the ability to take any fights because they don't have any damage to actually lock down people.
I
and
don't know
kill
if they
them.
fight each other already, or if they... I think, like...
pretty consistently throughout
Coming
the
them all
series.
the
Okay,
Wait,
he doesn't
how
have the
does
best
it
lane
work
phase
then?
in the Caps, but the
Him,
moment
him.
gets out,
If you have
he
6
farms up
teams.
very well on the
Oh
side
yeah, no, no.
lanes,
I'm
and
missing
Each team that loses, they
everything.
go
18 minutes into
against
the game,
one
he
of
has
the
a
teams that were
2
Go back, go
kill
back.
lead.
Ah, shit,
Nah.
no,
six.
coming.
Let us go.
Yeah.
And then it's regular plans, like lower bracket stuff.
But you did say that this was bugged,
Yes,
right?
Bloodletter's Curse is bugged right now, and it only.
Who are the other 2
single
teams?
target.
Vitality
I guess
and...
his logic is that he will be
Vitality
hitting
and,
Galio a lot
GX,
if he goes
I
to
think.
side lane or
GX,
anyone, and he just wants to reduce the
I
magic
think.
of that. I don't
I'm
think
gonna
it's a
help
great
top
choice
lane a bit.
for
I think.
Orianna, because
I think.
Bloodletter's Curse
You
can
go
also
do that.
do
No, wait,
multiple
what did
instances of
Vitality?
magic damage in quick
I don't know.
rapid
I think
succession.
Vitality
And to
actually
me,
lost.
Orianna is like Q, W,
Oh.
R.
Like,
And
you're
then
gonna just
you al-
avoid stuff.
Yeah, and
Let me
then you
see, let me
already
see.
did all your damage, so reducing their MR after that doesn't really make sense.
Oh, I'm sorry. Heretics.
Oh, Heretics! Ah.
Yeah, I remember Vitality using, and I was like, no, Nisky, no.
That's another application of magic damage.
My
Oh, yeah, that was
Also,
it. Yeah,
problem is you're
Nisky.
using all your bursts
before you do the auto.
You know what? I'm not gonna help top anymore. My
Yeah, he's a
fucking
lost
god.
cause.
Item that he's decided to go for into a lot of tanky opponents who
I
are
mean,
gonna build matches.
late game he will be a blessing in disguise, but
really can help you
for now,
survive a dive from an ambassador, for example. So I think that is why he really went for it, because that 400 extra health really can help him stay alive if there's an ambassador and Kai'Sa
I
dive.
believe
Two items as well.
G2 can do it,
Upset has
but
that
at the
void
same
flick blades and
time,
the young tiles.
Switch your minds and you're back into it. G2.
G2
G2
second and isn't dominating the lane.
At the same time, Fnatic, they're so good in early game. Like, they're
Broken boy, maybe.
That's such a bad decision for you, good work.
I just realized I'm behind a few levels. Let me become
There you
dead.
go.
Thank
I
you.
think they secured the app. No, not even. Don't want to really do at the cam. It's like too early.
Pretty damaged, but relatively
Warwick
Oh,
is in your
yeah.
ass.
was a misclick
Yeah,
from
good
Razor,
back.
because as he was
Or
on his
good.
way to assist Humanoid,
Putting the herald down.
immediately put the herald
So
down.
some people
What are you gonna
I've seen
do?
recently
Jump
are
you?
doing it deliberately at the start of a fight to give people a way out. So it's maybe Humanoid, if you can get here, you can ride the Rift Herald out of the fight.
I keep missing my bloody cues. No, why?
That's a very valid point.
No.
For Humanoid,
Okay,
Skill
go
issue.
ahead.
he had a really good shockwave.
Yeah, apparently.
This is one he
First
also
game of the day, I guess.
generated enough movement speed from his phase
Gee,
rush.
But
you're doing a ranked as your first game.
He was the one that was actually in
Yeah.
most danger.
What the
Wow.
fuck is wrong
You're
with
brave.
you?
He
No
was
pain,
forced
no
to
gain,
focus,
right?
so that engage tool is going to be unavailable.
Yeah, I guess I would
Both
be
teams, though,
gaining
find
so
themselves
much
relatively even overall.
if I was painting.
It's just
If
G2 would
if
love
my
to
pain
complete
was
those
equal to my
second
gain.
items before they find themselves in another fight, because right now there is that
Mostly
slight
in
damage
League, like-
discrepancy that exists between the two lineups.
No,
You're
sure it's only in League?
But pain not equal game.
But can we blow up this wave really quick?
Oh, yeah. Where are they?
So that means those Void
Maybe
Seekers
back.
aren't going to be as potent. There's not going to be as much poke damage coming from this Kai'Sa. And crucially, there isn't going to be as much magic damage on the team of G2. All your magic damage right now is in the Trundle Subjugate and the...
I'm missing 50
Down
gold.
Knight. So Kai'Sa has a little bit of magic damage in your kit, but in general, you're pretty heavy in the AD armor department.
Very much agree with that, Finn. Fnatic still with a small lead. 1,000 gold at this point, nothing to write home about, but they have got 2 Drakes. They are setting up well towards this top side as well. Next Dragon spawning in a minute's time. They are ahead in terms of itemization. Humanoid still with his flash and a Seeker's arm guard alongside it. So
I will say, like, I'm really worried about how much damage this Orion is actually going to do.
It's a full tank.
Like, this is...
we'll see.
What the hell does this want to
I
do?
think he's going to do more than we expect.
No clue.
I mean, okay, let me put it in context. For where he's at in the game.
Yeah, if he'd gone Rabid on Storm Surge, he'd probably do a little bit more.
Yeah, probably.
I bet into full
I
match.
mean, I would have either preferred a Crypt Bloom or a...
Sure.
Yeah, if a Crypt Bloom or a Void Staff,
I just
think.
picked 2 random high
Sure.
APIs, right? Like,
But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'll hold judgment until we actually have the fight come through. For now,
Oh
Fnatic
wait!
set their sights on an outer tower. There's not much
There's
to cross map
Khaki
for
starting
Broken Blade
today
because the tower's already been taken.
in
This will be
Trackmania.
Fnatic's third of the game.
Kaki's, oh yeah, it's the last ever Kaki in Romania. I
It's G2 that will have
think he's been playing it for
Fnatic
streaming a while, what?
to just concede it, especially if they have low priority on this.
Bro, I want to watch Kaki, dude. I want to watch Kaki for the songs that his community is making. Oh my god!
Oh.
The one shot.
Oh yeah, his Trackmania play.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the Kaki maps. I think they're just so luck based.
I mean, some of them are. Most of them are.
I want to go in. I'm going in.
I'm half dead, lucky.
Hey, it was nice knowing you.
Oh, it was nice knowing you too.
I was getting Kraken's canal.
This is why Trundle is so good into Sejuani.
Not gonna lie, we have a very decent win comp, if I have to be honest.
G2, and they one-shot Razor in there.
She was going down to like -10 or maybe 20
Go
armor there. I don't know the
G2.
exact stats, but she was very squishy. And
That was
Just
a
a
great
rough-
ult from Mickey, but not enough.
With the engage as well. The problem is that there's
Just not enough. Mickey dies, and then
it
they
does
go
decent damage, but
away,
it doesn't
and then
really
they go
put anyone in
damage,
kill range. And now
away.
all of the hope
can't
rests
just
on Upset's
finish the
shoulders.
job.
And his damage is good.
Nick Indy's going to forget he's on webcam and take his trousers off.
Heyo.
I know, he's going into the other room to do it, I think. Oh no, because he's still in his bike leathers, I think.
With all 5 members alive.
looks so juicy, you know you have the
Mickey does have flash about to come off cooldown, but doesn't have it.
No, he's left alone.
Mickey dead.
Mickey dead. On the wrong side of the wall, but
Sounds really sad about that.
It's not Mickey X anymore, it's Mickey dead.
He's in the bot
Mickey
lane right
dead.
now. Honeyfoot's fall abroad. There's an Artican and a Baron, and Skewmon
No,
wants
that's
the
top
big
line.
prize.
And I love that we're seeing Trundle come back because I think this game really highlights the strengths of this champion. Those pillars have caught so many people off guard. The Humanoid level 3, and now the Mickey X again, and the Subjugate. I really love this pick by Skewmon, and he also shreds this Baron so fast.
Razzle has so much to get in here. The shockwave hits onto
Hey,
the
which
drop,
one's
but
your
somehow
phone,
still
by the
standing.
way?
Razzle will take him. The
My
Baron
phone.
resetting importantly here.
Samsung Galaxy S
Jumped on the Windsor wall.
24 Ultra.
I only went for the plus because I thought where I game on my phone, with the Ultra, your thumbs can't quite meet in the middle of the screen, and that's an issue when you're a gamer.
What a skill issue!
Yeah, but higher up, like. Oh, okay, well, it was too big, so I went with the plus instead of the Ultra.
Irish, this is fucking expensive, and you have such a good camera as well. You could so much use it as a camera. I know you're like, but they use it for the chat and stuff, but you can just buy a fucking extra screen, like a shitty one, off eBay.
You
for
could just get a
50 bucks.
shitty extra screen, yeah. Not even that. You could probably spend 20 quid.
You could probably, if you know what you were doing, buy a used 3DS and hack it and put your chat on it. This is what you could do.
Hello, Hulk.
Hello, Hulk.
But my poor 8-year-old laptop.
Might not like a second screen. Yeah, no, you're true. You're right.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Maybe.
Look, I don't have the funds yet to
Oh, that's a huge Nico ult.
replace
Oh,
it.
but they kill him anyway. Get fucked, Mickey. Fuck you, Mickey. Alright, Oscar's trying to cut him off.
With a tactical sweep, G2
Yeah, you don't want that smoke.
and they'll get out with 2 kills.
She's slowly leveling the playing field. Slowly.
I wonder if there is an app that would be free to use because like most of the apps that use turn your phone into a webcam, they're free, but they have a paid version that you can have to have a better quality, and if you don't do that, you're stuck at like 30 FPS 720p, which is kind of cringe.
MR. He got hit by a shockwave and it did what, like,
I don't know if it would be better than your actual webcam right now.
I feel like he
Hello.
needs more damage
Hello.
for these fights to be more Fnatic favored.
I mean, even including Stark.
Anyone in the multiplayer class?
Clash. I'm sorry
Oh.
if you're watching at LEC.
To them.
Me and my duo want to play, but we didn't. We just wanna play like quick.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, I'm not available, and most people are already in a game right now. I don't know if it's gonna end.
I'm in
just-
ranked.
If he is not
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna
hitting,
end
then I just
fast
feel like
enough
Fnatic's composition
so
doesn't have
that
damage,
they
and in the
could
front to
join.
back, as we've seen multiple times now.
They really should have done this clash as a brawl. I don't know why they didn't do it as a brawl clash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That would have been great.
No, we can wait like wait like 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Well, I'm not gonna be
I
there.
probably won't be. Yeah, I probably won't be doing clash.
Me neither.
My friend.
You can try pinging EU server ping on...
Yeah, on Riot Syngen, if you do @EUW, you can see if anyone would join.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Come.
2 items complete with the Merc Treads as well. 3 items on Humanoid. 3
I cannot even kill these things.
I hope.
Absolutely melt through G2. Pillar down.
No, it's Mickey. Look at Mickey on. Oh, never mind. What's a W? I'm getting banked.
Bro, he's so tanky. Because
Who
from
is
I
On,
like-
by the way?
the cat
Does anyone
food-
actually know who that guy is?
No, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I saw
Me
on his,
neither.
I saw on his profile he joined on the 1st of April 2025.
You have to
It's
Ah,
rather
right,
recent.
okay.
It's all a
But
game
also
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of a joke.
Baiting
I
in
love
and
how
playing
like the
around.
cast got confused because
Oh, nice.
they saw like
Got
they
it.
thought that Mickey was going in, but no, it was his clone.
Drake down to 9,000.
Oh, Mickey!
With
Woo!
the
4-man ult! Is it gonna be enough? I will great engage from Broken Blade. He's broken.
My aunt just sent me this. Oh, it's not coming through, is it?
I finally.
Oh, it's mirrored anyway.
I grow
Wait,
every
what
time I
did
get up.
you,
No, 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 it does. It's not mirrored. It's mirrored for you
Oh.
on your preview, but it's, yeah. Finally know why they call me a grown-up. I groan every time I get up. True.
Me. Absolutely me.
Boomer
Yep,
memes.
same.
Boomer memes.
Do we need to worry about that though?
There is this subreddit that is called
Nah, it's just getting old,
Actually
mate.
Good Boomer Memes, and it's really funny.
Right. Heading up. I will catch you guys later.
Looking good, Indy. Looking
How about
good.
the sun?
Nice drip.
We were hoping that you were going to forget you're on camera and change your trousers into home trousers.
Almost did, but no, the trousers are staying on too lazy.
Have a nice time doing whatever you're doing.
I'll go to the park with my gym trousers underneath because
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye, bye.
You actually don't have any damage left.
Oh, I miss him already.
What is up with G2 having the lead of kills, but not the lead of gold?
Usually,
Come on!
Yeah. They got the Drakes, they got 3 Drakes, all 3 Grugs.
I also think that G2's
The way,
composition, it's just
the way,
it's a very fast engage from multiple
Who got
angles.
feats? Was it G2? No, G2 got Atacon. Who got feats?
No, Fnatic can see. Looking at their
How can you tell though?
items.
Oh, just the item, yeah. Because there's nothing on the HUD.
Yeah, there's nothing on the HUD. It's cringe.
Yeah.
Strength goes through.
But wait, if G2 wins this game, that means they get to the second thing, and I expect KC to win against Koi, which
They
means we
should
have,
annihilate Koi. I think that will be a 3-0 tomorrow to
that means we
KC.
have KC,
She
G2,
should die, right?
Monday.
In a best of 5, a repeat of last Blitz final.
3.7 gold leads. Like,
Can I please? Why could I not press my bloody ult? I had no mana. I was not stunned. I call upon bullshit. Judge!
What the
Fnatic need to turn their attention to side lanes, leverage Oscar, trying to
Because
find picks.
the
Lito!
And just look at the inventory of G2. Mercury threads.
Because my ult would kill them.
Mercury threads, they know
The damage from
Well,
my
they
ult.
all have Mercuries. Damn.
Coincidence? I think not.
No, I do not want to be CG.
They have anti-heal.
Kind of get out of these chains early, or they will just get fallen.
I don't know what Akali's build is, but I hope it's working for her.
I guess because she just doesn't want to get stunned by Malzahel.
Oh, got a Merc Scimitar or something.
Baron coming up. Oh, we actually have Soul already. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love how they kill him though.
Most of the gold is
I mean, I cannot promise much.
Skumon and Hansama.
Does seem like Oscar Inen is
I
constantly pushing at bot lane though. It seems like he actually has
They're starting Baron.
Do I actually want to be here? No. No.
Yakers.
I want to see G2 KC. Come on, guys.
Need to lose the Baron here.
Yeah, they do. Oh, Mickey, great engage.
Hugo.
Cap's
But it's just
going
no
in.
damage.
And now
Oh, there's a
Oscar
cap.
is stuck. He's
Oscar
stuck in
Inen
his own
singled
cage.
himself out by ulting. I call an ambulance, but not for me.
Apologize.
In a cage
The stun.
of his very own creation.
Alright,
She actually
free
got
Baron.
grounded. But look.
I mean, that felt so indecisive from Fnatic. When Mickey ulted wanted, to me, that was their avenue to finish the Baron. That's
So
what, they
what
wanted to
you
use
were
it for.
saying,
And then they turned to
Fnatic
fight.
get
And
the
moment
Baron.
Galio ultimate arrived, they then immediately
Yeah, no, I
disengaged
thought they
from the
would,
fight.
and then they just
Yeah,
fucked up.
I
Oscar just singled himself out.
I feel
Yeah.
like the problem with their comp right now is
Mickey's
that
fucking
even if Mickey
trolling,
expands the great
dude.
ult, they don't really
Look
have the
at
tools
it.
to follow up on that.
They
So
would
kinda
have
need to kinda
given the
change how they
Baron.
view that
They
Nico
would have
ult. And as
given
you
it.
rightfully said,
God
great
damn
ult by
it,
Mickey if they wanted to
Mickey.
get that Baron, but now I really feel like maybe Oscar went in too deep and they could have just re-engaged together in their jungle, but the fact that they went in so deep now it just turned into a disaster.
So Pop Blossom came in when the Baron was at 7,000 HP. Like, it doesn't buy you that much time often, right? Maybe.
If it keeps Trundle out,
Yeah,
it's kind of enough.
it's
because there's
possible
so much
you could have
damage
done
right
it
now
quickly
with
enough.
Trundle.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
wait.
I get your point.
G2
It's
has a
really,
lead?
there's always going to be split
What?
in situations, and especially when the pressure
In
is on right
2025,
now.
in
Baron
this-
gave them the lead.
In
This
this
is when you make
economy,
those
they have a
small
lead.
errors in judgment, and I think right now
Who'd
Fnatic
let
made
them
a
Okay,
have a
apparently RZ got
Caboose.
caboose.
Drake will be sold for them.
Did
Up in
they?
8 seconds time. Fnatic trying to gain control over that mid lane wave, but G2 have control over the river.
They're doing the Baron, but Melgar is kinda doing a finish.
Possibility of a ticket. Not
As
only to
if
the
you
finals,
can
but to
hold
MSI.
bot lane off.
Execution goes on to Humanoid. There's the hero's entrance to follow up.
Oh, God.
Able to dodge away.
Probably
Like
cannot.
still alive somehow? He's still alive?
Untouched, unscathed so far
How
in this
the-
fight.
Whoa!
Oscar on the chase.
Yoink!
Onto Skewmon as
Sniping
well.
the kill.
Might continue to go in.
Doing
That's
the
a jumping forward,
damage.
cancel the problem,
And
back
now-
themselves,
Kinda did all I
just a bunch
did.
away.
And
You
now
know, like
His ultimate has flash,
it's
has
looking
cleanse.
good for
All the tools at his
G2.
disposal.
Broken Blades back
really
in
turn
there,
around the team
full
fight.
line,
towards the
ready
bot
to
side, Chroma Caps.
destroy the team.
How is the
Comfortable as
Melgar
well.
still alive?
He goes
Ready
in as
to
soon as he
fight.
gets
Yes,
these
Broken
caps
Blade.
crosses
Yes,
his
get
head.
all the
Broken
kills.
Blade.
Do the
Come in.
thing. Yes.
No, he doesn't have ult.
Cleans up
Well,
the rest.
He didn't need it. Yes, let's fucking go, G2!
Yeah, well, that's game, right? That's game.
Yeah, they're hard pushing bot. Only Nico. What's Nico gonna do?
They have Baron. They have Baron. G2.
They weave around these zones of control and they just use their spells in a better way than Fnatic.
The new chance.
Performance from Hansama. The carry comes up.
That'd be amazing, hearing a whole arena just going.
Sights on the Nexus.
Popcats.
Yeah.
Imagine having dry
Pop
lips.
caps.
Yeah. Oh, Popcats. That'd be an awesome emote.
I mean, doesn't the Yumi, like the Chibi Yumi, have that emote?
You gotta be really,
Mage
really
knows.
critical if
Speed.
you're Fnatic right now. You gotta feel really bad about this,
Anyway,
because I think they really
Fnatic
came in
losers.
Wait, Isma?
but
Mention
there is a
fucking
low bracket
losers.
now. Their season not
Correct.
done.
Is Isma a sub for G2 now?
We know Fnatic is a team
Or is that a
that
different
can
Isma?
be
I don't
at
know.
their very best, but right now they just haven't really found their footing as G2.
But this is also why
Just
G2 as an organization
Jizma.
always
Jizma,
The person for
benefit of
Crystal?
the doubt, because when
And
players
jizz
falls around,
in my
their
pants.
players step up. And while their solo laners receive so much criticism during the regular
I want to
season,
catch
they
the Kali so badly.
in today's series.
Well,
And I mean,
we know what we're gonna see unless KC shits their pants somehow
when the cohesion in game one
against
seemed
the
off. In the
American,
rest of the series, they really did step up.
aka Jojo Kyun himself. It's his team. He owns it.
Caps and Hansama.